Hey, no one's here. Oh, yeah. Good morning, good morning, good morning to anybody who's here. Oh man, would you like to? I mean, of all days to try, Jimbo, this would be a nice day. I mean, there's nobody here. Yeah, it'd probably be only us, but it's fine with me. No, I'm okay. I'm okay with the crowd. This is just this is how I operate. Um, I've been wanting to do a stand-in weekend show for the Rashers for a minute now, but I haven't got to it. Usually, in order for me to get into the swing of things, I have to start getting into it. So I'll eat no matter what. I have to start something. So I guess now the official weekend Rash show, or what will be the weekend Rash show, is the BAM show, which is breakfast and a Mexican. Maybe I should put on a little bit more on the Mexican, right? I don't think it works that much differently, Jimbo. It's like I'll put the link and you just click onto it and I do the rest from there. Here, I'll go ahead. I'll put it. I'll put the invite here on the panel here on the chat. Give me one second. How's everybody doing this morning? If you're here, say hello. Uh, the more activity, the better for me. I'm just getting. I just wanted to start up this thing because if I don't, then I never will, and so I have to do it. I have to. I smell weed. Yes, you do, but don't tell anybody. And I'm not driving anyways. Terry Barnes, what's up, buddy? How's it going? Peck, there he is. Peck's not here, man. Oh, Peck, man. There's a few people that like on his chats that I consistently like. I love seeing there, man. And Peck, you always do it for me, dude. Every single time. Pete Barnes, what's up, buddy? I'm still trying to post this link on the chat. I can't. Like the thing is like taking forever. Oh, there it goes. There we go. Okay, so that will be the panel link there. So anybody who wants to click on is good with me. But I am gonna go one at a time because I don't have too many people here, and I want you guys to be in the chat too, making the stuff make noise. I don't know how that works, but yeah. Don't you wow a big world? What's up, buddy? Yeah, you can click on it if you want. It's clickable. I know I have that privilege. I believe I have my own privilege to put my own things on my own stuff. I think. Should if I'm gonna call this a breakfast and a Mexican, should I put on more with the Mexican stuff? Should I be like more like, "Hey, how's everyone doing this morning?" Or is that just, or am I thinking that I'm putting on, but I actually sound like that? Oh, it's cool, Pick. Absolutely, you're good, man. I will. You'll get used to it, man. I'll try to start a little bit earlier. I know that it goes a little earlier as far as my time is concerned, but I'm not. It's where I'm at West Coast time. It has its East Coast time.
Hey, is it working?
Yeah, there he is. Hey, how's it going, Jimbo?
Hey, Jerry. Good
It's
morning.
good. Hey, it's good to finally have a voice to the name.
Yeah, I've been a mystery, I guess, for a while, huh?
Yeah, well, I do. There's a lot of people like like when you're on chat that you kind of have to put names like not names you have to put voices to their names. I don't know if you do that, but I do that. So before I got on panel with Peck, for some reason I thought he was a high pitched uh like I thought his voice was more high pitched than what it is. I don't
Uh,
know if you've heard Peck, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah. He's got that Australian accent, though. I
Yeah,
just,
but that sounded like a Mexican Australian accent actually. He's got that, how's it going, mate? Put
Jerry,
a shrimp on the Barbie, yes, sir.
you got the best Cheech Morano imitation.
Uh,
You got that voice down to a pat, man.
it's it's biological, bro.
I know, but I
It's in
mean,
the
like,
DNA.
I close my eyes, man. I can see Cheech Morano.
I know. It's funny because we went to I'm like, I'm not even trying, eh?
Yeah, well,
Okay,
I
okay, Peg.
started a channel. I started a channel.
Oh, you too? What are you doing? What are you doing on your
I,
channel, bro?
I just did some cool down videos.
Oh, okay, okay. So, just nice things like peaceful things.
Yeah, yeah, small little stuff. I'm not really a creator by any means. But
We're not all. None of us are creators until we create something.
that's true. That's true. But like I'm not that big league type stuff. But
Yeah, I'll tell you, man. Being in LA and I've seen this, and I swear to you, like it's not a lie. Like I've seen this, man. I see people, everyday people, like you wouldn't expect nothing from them, that just got up and decided one day that they wanted to, like expound on whatever they were doing, and just bam, like they became, like they did something. It's crazy. It's a trip because I seen it. I don't know if anybody got to see the thumbnail that I put up. Hey, what's up, Talking Art? Did I give you the link? The link was in your Discord, but I think I put it on panel, so you could jump on whenever you want. Um, like what was I saying? Oh yeah, I seen people who like all of a sudden like they just came up out of nowhere, and you would expect nothing of them. Like my thumbnail, the Gabriel Iglesias. I've met him a couple of times. I got a friend who's a stand-up comedian who knows him a little bit more than I do, but I've hung out with them and stuff like that. And you hang out with them, you hang out with like comedians or any celebrities and stuff like that. You come to find out they're not like, I mean, they're cool, like everybody else is cool, but like it's not, it's not as profound, or it's not as something that you would think like, oh yeah, like this person's like way beyond my understanding of things, and then once you kind of break it down from there, you're like, you know what? It's really just about doing. It's really just about getting up and doing something. If you don't do it, it'll never be done. So if you think you got something that you can share with the world, share it. And who
well,
knows? I mean, who knows how many people are going to gravitate towards it?
I did see a need. Like after we watch those videos in the morning with Hez, everyone's like all strung out, all wound up. So I
Oh, I
go and
love it.
meditate and relax. That's what I kind of do, and I'm very chill, very laid back. So I thought, well, let me share some of these videos on a site, and because people seem to enjoy them. So I started taking some stream videos and just doing little things.
Ah,
But
well, if you want to share the screen,
I
I
don't.
believe there's an option for you to share, and then I could bring up your screen, and you can go ahead and
I
preview some of
wouldn't.
your videos. I don't mind.
I wouldn't even know how, Jerry. I'm not tech savvy at all. That's why it's a big joke. I'm lucky I
Don't
got
be
on panel.
scared, Jimbo.
Yeah,
Don't be
Jimbo's
scared.
scared of the computer, man. Let me tell you.
Well, I did make you a moderator, right? On the
Yeah, yeah, I can
here.
somehow.
Okay,
Yeah.
well,
I don't have
I don't.
Streamlabs. I got to sign
Salacious is
in.
not down there, but if anybody who's down there who can link Jimbo's channel, please link Jimbo's channel. If not, I'll link it later on the description. But yeah, if you haven't subscribed, go to Jimbo and subscribe. I believe
Yeah,
right
I
now it's
think
just Jimbo.
it's just, yeah, it's nothing exciting. I'll tell you right now. But I saw a need for like in between those for editor videos to just have a 30-second or a minute video of just something nice and peaceful and tranquil, you know?
I get it. Yeah. No, that's one of the reasons why, like, I want to be more focused on comedy. I was noticing, like, when I was like doing my first couple of podcasts slash shows, whatever you want to call them, lives. Um, I was kind of ranting a little bit, and I usually do that because I like to, I don't like to keep anything inside anymore. And I was much more of a brooder when I was younger. Of course, we're all edgy like that, but I was way more like a brooder back in the days. Like I'd let things sit and I get real angry and stuff like that, and I explode. I'd have episodes where I'd explode and stuff like that. So I kind of I because of some anger management classes and stuff like that, I learned to not allow myself to get to that point. So what I do is that I'm used to now just like droning on about things that I don't like.
Well, we all have experiences in life, and some of us learn our feelings as we grow,
Yeah,
we don't realize how much anger we have inside until it starts to come out, and then sometimes we even scare ourselves. So as we grow older, we learn how to deal with those emotions and let them out in little bits and pieces, instead of all at once, and make it an overwhelming issue. Is that Mel coming on? Hey, Mel.
yeah, but I believe she's muted. I think she came here to help us with the screen situation.
Oh, cool.
I think she came here to help us with the screen situation. Hang on, let me see. She put something in the private chat.
Oh, okay, now it's private chat over here on the side. Yeah, I can't chat with you the other room. I can only be in one at a time, I guess. Or I'm not tech savvy enough to be in both.
Well, if you saw where the little you saw where the little notification came out. You see it, the red where the little red letter number came out. Should be like a red number. You see it?
I see something. Yes, links are here. I'm not sure.
Hey, Pokey.
Oh yeah, I think I can do this. I'm here. There's chat.
What?
Yeah. I got too much. Going at once, that's my problem. Terry, I'm not young anymore. I can only do one thing at a time.
Jimbo.
My multitasking days are over when I retired.
Get that cup, Jimbo, and you toss it backwards, man.
I do tell it like it is, Jerry. That's my mistake sometimes.
You can do it, Jimbo. Let's go. Come on.
One step at a time. We all learned how to roll one joint at a time, man.
You know what? I'm gonna change the name of this show. I'm gonna call it "One Step at a Time." Okay. A Mexican teaching old people how to use the computer.
Okay, now I can put my room in.
I'm sorry.
In chat. There. I think I did it.
You think?
I advertise my room. I'm not one for advertising my room either.
You should, though. You should.
And Hez's room, Salacious, does it, and I thank her all the time. She's so great. Oh my gosh! Confidence in what you do,
You'll get better at it, man. The more you do it, the more you get better at it.
It's true. You're 100% correct. It's like diving in and swimming all by yourself for the first time,
Yeah, you got to do it. I don't know how many of us learned that way. I don't know if they're still doing that. Look, but that's the way I learned how to swim.
You want to know how I learned how to swim? I used to cry about my hair getting wet all the time, and my father got sick and tired of listening to me bitch and moan about getting water in my face and blah, blah, blah. And he took me to the end of the dock on the beach where we were, and he picked me up and threw me in the water and said, swim or drown. And that was it. I coughed and I gurgled and I spit and blah, 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 and somehow I got my way back to the dock.
That is a very similar story. We have a very similar story.
I mean, nowadays I would have went to jail for it, but
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, how many of us learn that way anymore? I remember I was I think I want to say I was six. I want to say I was like 6 or 7, and I remember I used to get a lot of crap from my aunt because my aunt was the one with the pool, so we would all go to the pool with my aunt, and so people were getting upset with me because I would be always hanging on to the side of the side of the pool, like where you grab the usually it's like a grippy thing, and I would grab onto it the whole time I would be at the pool, and so by the time I got out, I would get these like burns on my fingertips, and so I would complain to my aunt, look, I got these burns, and she would be all like, well, stop holding on to the side of the pool, and I would be like, oh well, like I don't know how to swim, so I don't know how to like not hold on to the side of the pool, and so she would tell me like, well, you need to stop holding on. And so one day my uncle just got tired, I guess, of my aunt hearing my aunt, give me
Oh,
this
that's the wrong
explanation over
thing.
and over.
Sorry.
Oh no, you're good, you're good.
I no,
And
I
so,
sent the wrong link. I'm sorry.
oh, you
I,
did?
yeah, I
What'd
see
you
that
send?
is the
Oh
wrong
my
thing.
God, Jimbo, what did you send?
I sent the wrong. No, it's nothing dirty. No, I did a video at like 4 o'clock this morning of a little story that I read that was like a frauditor, and
Ah,
I posted it. And when I did the click and for the link, the paste, I pasted the video, not my website.
oh, good job, Jimbo. Promote somebody
I
else's
told
stuff.
you I'm not socially. I can't. I'm not good on the computer. Let's just say.
Oh, you're fine, man. It's okay. Mel will help you out. She'll
Oh,
clean it up for
yeah,
us.
I'm sure. Yeah, sorry, man. It's my
Yeah, but
first time. I'm still
yeah,
learning.
yeah. But like I was saying, my uncle got tired of hearing my aunt, tell me this thing about getting those burns on my fingertips. So one day, all of a sudden, my uncle's all like, "Hey, your aunt told you you should start going into the deep part of the pool," and I'm all like, "Yeah." She's like, "Well, here you go," and he throws me. I swear, I remember falling like rocks to the bottom because I wasn't ready for it. So like my mouth was open. I'm like blah 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 blah. I hit straight bottom of the pool, and I knew I had to do something. But like when you're going through that, it's like everything's going slow. So you're like, oh whoa, like oh man, I'm gonna drown. Oh, what am I gonna do? I'm like, for some reason I somehow made it to the top of the water, and I was like trying to splash, and he was telling me, you're getting there." And I'm like, this is no time for encouragement. Get me out of here, fucker. I was like, I remember I think it took me maybe like a full like 3 minutes of almost dying that I finally got it. But yeah, I learned. I definitely learned how to swim.
Yeah, well, that's how
What's
we all
up,
are
what's up,
dealing with
Jerry
this.
Springer?
Ah, hey, what's up, Pokey? So we
Hey,
got Pokey, now we
Jimbo,
got Jimbo.
Mel.
Pookie, how you doing?
Yeah, Bell's gonna be our tech right now.
Yeah, just
What's
stop
up,
by and
Pokey?
say hello.
Well,
Yeah, I just
hello,
stop by
man.
and say hello.
All right,
Am
bud.
I
Well,
echoing?
a little, but who cares? I
There you
don't
go.
mind. There's not enough people to care.
Yeah, we're here to have fun.
My little
Yeah, I
pussy.
hope so. I hope so, man. I've been telling people that I've been wanting to extend his morning show into the weekends, but I haven't got it started. So this is my unofficial start. But I gotta. If I don't get into a routine, I'll never get going. So I know that if I wanted to do this, I had to start it sometime. So to start now, and I'm thinking this is a good time. I think. I don't know if people wake up earlier than this. I know Peck was said for him it's late, of course, because he's in the no country not existing Australia. But yeah, I think this is a good time. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how it works out. Maybe next week I'll try a little earlier, see if that works out better for more people, or announce it a lot more earlier. But eh, it's a work in progress.
Hey, did y'all watch Hand Banana's live stream last night or this morning where he had Lauren on there?
No,
Yeah,
what
he had
happened?
Lauren on. I have no idea. I watched a little bit and I had to turn it off because Luna was getting on my nerves.
Oh boy, what happened?
Uh, she, of course, she was talking smack about Kate and Shiz of Troll
Always.
Mafia.
That's a given. So what else?
And
That's it. He just came on
that
to talk crap. That's it.
uh, she just came in and talk some junk about Ham Banana and Kate and Shiz.
Why? Why do people do that? Why do people? I understand. I understand the part where I would expect, Hez or K for to come in here and show up on my stream because they're my friends and they like to hang out with me. But you know, I don't get this thing where people like to show up on other people's streams where they're not wanted, where nobody wants to even know they're existing. Come on and either take up all the attention by saying a bunch of stupid nonsense or talking crap about a person that obviously people there care about. Like I don't get that. Why do people want to be the bad guy so bad?
I have I have no idea. Take for example, broken scrotum, broken teeth.
Yeah, that one.
He got humiliated about Witcher Heart and Frauder Troll and Frauder Wrangler. He got humiliated.
Yeah, he definitely did. I was there for that one, but it's like I don't get that. Why do you want to do that to yourself? Right? It's like you know it does kind of subvert the idea that people are looking for echo chambers. But then again, like I don't think these people are that same group that lives in those echo chambers. I think these people are narcissistic or they got some personality disorder, right? To want to have the infamy with that kind of attention. I don't want it. I don't understand it. It doesn't make sense to me. Like I'd rather be surrounded by you guys, by people that I like, not people that I don't like. That's why, I the very first day Rogue Nation was in here, I booted him out, and I've hated him since. I don't care to see him, because I hate him coming into like when he goes into Hezekiah's chat and he takes over by spewing a bunch of nonsense. Same reason why I don't like David. It's not because I don't like David as a person or whatever. It's just that you know what you're doing. When you come in, you know what you're doing. You're just go ahead and throwing monkey wrenches into the program. You're trying to get people riled up. You know what I mean? Don't tell me that that's not what you're doing, because almost every single topic you have to go against what we're talking about there, or you have to be the person that has to have some sort of rationalization for these people. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Speaking of Rogue Nation, him and BSBT are buddies.
Yeah, well.
Oh yeah, well, what roaches? What is it? Roaches run together. What is it? Or
birds of a feather.
Birds of a feather stay together.
Exactly.
And
Graham, what are you talking about? What's my game, Graham? What do you mean? All I wanted to do was get somebody's attention because I know you have a premiere later on, and maybe you wanted to come up here and talk about it. Would you like to come up and talk about your premiere, or are you just gonna hang out?
Are you talking to me?
No. I'm looking at the chat. I know that you guys can't see the chat. If you guys go to, I don't know if you're on mobile or if you're on the computer, but there should be a little button that says, it should say comment. That's actually going to show you the side chat. So if you guys push comment, you guys will be able to see the side chat, and you'll be able to interact with people, but talk to them because you won't be able to type.
Okay, I see.
Yeah,
well,
if you
type because I opened up another window. I'm so smart.
Oh, look at you! Oh, He's going rogue, folks.
See, I'm a fast learner, guys.
Oh no, we've created a monster.
Exactly, Frankenstein.
Are you gonna be like that guy on corrections? I don't know if you guys are sub to corrections 101, but have you guys seen his video on that frauditor, the one that left them all those nasty comments?
No, I haven't seen it.
Oh, you guys gotta go. Yeah, you guys gotta go to his page.
Can we play it
The
here?
huh?
Can we play it here now?
Oh yeah, sure. Hey Mel. I don't know if you're on the computer right now. Could you go to corrections page?
Me? You talking to me, John? Or Mel?
Oh no, I'm talking to Mel. Yeah, she's gonna do it. Yeah, he's been dealing with this guy. I don't. This is corrections. This is my other co-host, my partner. He this is his YouTube. I don't know if you guys have been on it. If you guys can sub to him, he's great. But that's the video. Go ahead and play his video against the frauder. The from the beginning, the first one he has against him. Can you guys hear it?
I don't hear anything yet.
There it goes.
All right. Is any audio coming through?
I can hear the audio. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Hello, everybody. This is Corrections 101 here with you today again. Today is going to be our 100 subscribers celebratory video. So thank you, everybody, for subscribing. This was my goal over this weekend to be able to cross that threshold, and we did it. So thank you for all the supporters out there. I look forward to growing this channel more. Today is going to be a video about an idiot sob sit that actually was in my town about 8 months ago. I've been holding on to this video for a celebration like this. It's not out there in our community anywhere. It's just on this idiot's web or YouTube page. He goes by U.S. Constitution Auditor, and the title of this video that he put was "Town Police Ryan Dykstra, badge number 708, tyrant with a mouth." As you're going to see in this video, he is definitely not a tyrant, one of the nicest officers you'll ever meet. But before we get into that video, I kind of wanted to read the description that he put in this, and I have it on screen here. As you can tell, he doesn't English or grammar well. He's an idiot. And it's all one sentence except at the very end where he has one period. So let's read this together here, and hopefully we don't lose too many brain cells trying to read this. So it says, "This officer I have spoke to on multiple occasions, and he uses the term bantering, which if you look up the definition is not a very nice term to be used with a civilian or a coworker. Not that I am one, but I am a civilian, tax-paying civilian. Earlier this conversation, I went out looking for this officer while he was on the clock on my dime." Oh, I guess he did use a period there. "To confront him in regards to his girlfriend who also works for Hancock County."
Hey, real fast, I just want to say happy birthday to Terry in chat.
Oh, thank you for that. No, I was. You read my mind. Go ahead.
EMS and fire who has an
Oh no. Pause. No, I cut you off. Go ahead and say happy birthday to him.
Oh, I already said happy birthday.
Oh, I didn't hear you. Oh, I thought I cut you off. That's why. So yeah, happy birthday, Terry Barnes. Anybody else on the panel want to wish happy birthday to Terry there?
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Terry.
I forgot. I'm still using the professional microphone. The webcam isn't plugged in.
I did. You know what? I noticed it now, but you were okay. It was fine. And just so everybody knows, we got Graham and Bob show here too. They have joined us. They will be having a premiere with Hezekiah a little later. Maybe after that, if you guys haven't subbed, go ahead and go sub to them. After this video, we'll have a little chat with them about the premiere. So go ahead and push play now.
who has a attitude during this conversation off film, but on recording he stated that probably going to have any problems with antagonizing his family with that he does on clock. I see him off clock a lot to do due to walking past as an idiot. Ah, feel dumber. My IQ's dropping. A lot to do walking past his house because I have the right to travel on any public roadway slash sidewalk, regardless of who lives on the block. Plus, it's the most convenient way that I like to take and that I have the right of pursuit of happiness, and taking that route makes me happy. He also made threats, at least I can see them as threats, saying I might behavior shouldn't change while walking past. He actually used past correctly that time, his house, and that I basically cannot film near his house. New slash. So not news flash, but new slash. I will film whatever I want from a public space, regardless of how you feel. You are not above the law. You should be ashamed of yourself, seeing that you're a veteran who served this puppeteer country, period.
Jerry, do you have anything you'd like to say?
Oh no. I'm sorry. I know we talked about the banner stuff, but I figured just go ahead and play the video.
Okay.
You just opened a can of worms, legally speaking. Woo! Wow. How about that word salad nonsense? All right. Now that we got through it, I hope everybody didn't suffer too much through that. You kind of got a picture of how dumb and stupid this sob sit is. So let's get into that video. So just for some context in this video, they had an encounter just before this. Actually, they had many encounters in the past. You know exactly who Officer Dykstra is. He's going to be an idiot. He's going to go up there and act like, "Oh, your name and badge number. I don't know it. I don't know you." He knows exactly who it is, and you'll see that as a conversation goes. It's only about it's 6.5 minutes long, and I apologize about the video work. I mean, obviously we read what he wrote down earlier. He's just freaking dumb. I'm gonna try to watch my mouth through this. We'll see how many coins I got to put in the swear jar after this. So let's get into it. I'm sorry. Let's go.
How you doing? Name and badge number, please.
Now, in context, this is on U.S. Highway 96 coming into our town, and he's parked just off the edge of the highway. So this idiot standing right on the edge of a highway coming into town. It's a 45-mile-an-hour zone coming in there. So he's just asking to be hit. But Darwinism, take its course. Let's go.
Name and badge number.
You know my name.
I don't know your name.
You know my name.
What's your name, sir?
My name's Ryan Dykstra.
Badge.
Hopefully you can hear the officer. I did boost the audio on this, so hopefully you can hear him.
Number.
708.
What are you doing around here?
What am I doing right here?
Yeah.
You're on patrol?
Doing what? You just patrolling, just sitting, wasting taxpayers' dollars?
On the radar.
Okay, I did speak to you. Not to retaliation.
Yeah, that's what he's doing.
This guy's an idiot, imbecile, and a moron.
Yes, yes, he is. Yeah, did you hear him? What are you doing? Wasting taxpayers' dollars? Like, dude, like, how about you go make some taxpayer dollars? Okay. Hey, Guadalupe Guacamole. Nice to see you, buddy. I missed you on the last few lives, but I'm glad you're here. Go ahead, push play, Mel.
It's outside. So I'm just going to sit down here with you. So I hate I have to go to this route because you said I wasn't a taxpayer. I am off the road. I don't want to get too close to a patrol car. I don't want to scratch it. Well, if I get over there, then
It's safer for you, Ben. That's all.
I want to stand right
You
here.
wanna stand right
I want to
here?
stand.
Of course, he has to argue with everything because that's how soft sits are. I mean, he's obviously saying you're right on the edge of the road, my guy, on a highway. You might want to get off of it a little bit so you don't get freaking hit, you fucking idiot. Swear word number one.
And right here, this is my own right to stand right here on a public easement. I'm not going to be directed on where I can and cannot go.
Public easement, drink.
So, as our previous conversation earlier that I was talking about, since I
What? Previous conversation? I thought you didn't know who Officer Dykstra was. Didn't know his name, didn't know his badge number, didn't know who he was. Idiot. Freaking liar.
wasn't recording it earlier.
Yeah, the light of fraud.
I'm not a taxpayer, correct? You said I can't. I don't know what you said word for word. I was kind of really wasn't paying attention. So if you can just.
So in context, I talked to this officer about this video. He was well, and he actually made me aware of it. I didn't even know it was out there, and we were talking about soft sets. So in the earlier conversation, he was all butthurt because Officer Dykstra brought up. He asked, "Do you even pay taxes?" Because he was going on his soft set rant about how he pays taxes, and and so anywhere his tax-paying money goes that he can go into or inspect, and the usual bullshit. But he got butthurt about that and left, went and got his camera and came back and did this nonsense. He's an idiot. Oh, and by the way, on a fun note, he didn't do very well.
Okay, little Chihuahua, have fun. It's cool.
Mr. Dykstra.
Tell hi to Space Trucker, and I hope you guys can come on.
He's a great.
A little later,
Station
if you can.
Where I requested the report that I'm sure you're going to do tonight. So you asked me that question after I asked about your wife, correct?
No.
You did not. I have a witness in my car.
You were.
Yeah, and what's funny is that he asked about his wife, and in the context of what we read at the beginning of this, about how his wife works for the county EMS and is rude or something like that. Highly inappropriate to go asking a police officer about his wife and about her employment and how she's rude and complaining to him about it. It's so ridiculous. This guy's an idiot. Fucking can't stand him.
Yeah, idiot imbecile animal. You're right, Pokey. This guy's got the trifecta.
But here we're gonna get.
Well, you can go ahead and stop it because this video doesn't bear any fruit as far as this guy's concerned. But as you can see, he's a dumbass, right? If you guys go on his channel, go on Corrections channel, you'll see all of his buffoonery put out on display by Corrections. But this is not necessarily what I'm trying to highlight because the videos are fine, but the comment section on these videos are out of control. Everybody has jumped on this guy's throat, and if you can, go get a piece of that pie because it is hilarious. If you guys look at that comment section, everybody just going at him. You got K-Far, you got this is just look at that. Go to the comment section on the second video, Mel. Where everybody just jumped on him because he wanted to put threats on there for corrections. He's seen a bunch of things that of course he's not gonna follow through with. It's just crazy all the stuff that this guy talks. But he's deleted some of those comments. But as you can see, everybody just jumps on him. Everybody just jumps on him.
Hey, look who this person is. I think. Oh no, this is a crossover episode. Uh-oh.
What happened?
Look who's in the comments. We've got Jerry right here. It's a crossover episode. I'm telling you.
I see. Oh, this has been good. I like it. So hey, Graham and Bob show. How you guys doing? Is it you
hello,
guys
yeah.
or is it one at a time?
Just Graham. The rest of the Bobs are back in the studio doing whatever they're supposed to be doing.
Oh, okay. So Graham runs the show. The Bobs are the ones that bob the show. Okay, I see that.
Yeah, I mean, like in case anyone doesn't know, it's based around the fact that there's an infinite number of Bobs. So we literally have a Bob for everything. So whatever the idea is, whatever the topic is, we have a Bob for it. So yeah, and awesome. I just kind of like I'm the puppet master.
I see you're the Bob master. All right, so you have a Mexican Bob? Is there a Mexican Bob that works for you? Is that okay? Is that kosher? Can you
Hey,
talk
we
about
don't
them?
we don't like just have people working for us just because they're like Mexicans, you know? Come on.
Okay, so now you can't have a Mexican on your show. Okay, all right. I see how you're doing. It's
No,
okay.
we can have Mexicans on the show, but they're not going to be
I see
stereotyped
you're not an
into
equal
doing
opportunity
gardening.
Bobist. I see. I got you, Holmes. You don't do all the Bob. All right. My Tio Roberto, he could use a land. You know, maybe a little job. But if you don't
But
want to,
if you want, Jerry, I'll do you an episode with a Bob doing some Mexican Bob doing some gardening for some rich white bloke.
oh my God, I will do the voice for you. Please let me do the voice for you.
Yeah. Hold on, let me make a note because I got so many notes. I will do that. Yeah, you can, because I can't do a Mexican, so.
No, you can't. No, you can't do a Mexican. No.
Gets scary when you're in that southern accent.
What are you talking about? This is just me. I don't. What southern accent, Holmes? I love it.
I mean, we stereotype a lot on the show. You know, we do stereotype a lot, but we try never to offend anyone. You know,
but you see, this is my thing. This is my thing, and I'm glad you brought that up, because my thing is this. I've always felt like if you can't laugh at yourself, then you should not be laughing at other things. You know what I mean? Because it starts with you, right? If you're able to laugh at your own foibles, your own quirks, whatever it is, then you'll have so much more fun, you know, like having fun with other people, because you know that you can make fun of yourself, you know? And that's the thing, is that a lot of people go into things making fun of other people, but never actually making fun of themselves. And that's the disconnect. That's where sometimes people don't understand, you know, how you can be insensitive in comedy, because comedy shouldn't be an insensitive, you know, journey, right? Comedy should be open to any type of situation to make it funny. But where people lack is where they don't think that they can make fun of themselves, and it's like that's the number one thing you should be able to make fun of.
Well, I think one wonderful thing about British humour is that it always makes fun of itself. You know, like we're fundamentally scapegoats for a lot of humour, and I'll be the first to take the mick out of myself because, hey, I'm as dumb as the next man, you know? Well, maybe not the guy you just showed a picture of there in the video, because he's dumber than a box of rocks in a well, but...
Hey, let's not get into any well type of discrimination here, okay? I have a lovely well, and I love it very much.
Very true. Not all wells can be that dumb.
You got to do something with that, man. Whatever you do, I'm going behind it. I love it. I actually, because of his, I've been watching some of your stuff, and I do like it. The only thing is that most of the time I gotta have it on earphones because people are hearing like, it's like, what kid show is this kid stuck on? What's going on here?
it's like a child's kid show with like a lot of adult humor and sensibility to it.
Definitely. But I love it. I'm cracking up to it. But at the same time, you know, like I said, it's like whenever I'm just like hanging out, sometimes I forget too, because like my work travel sucks. It sucks. Like sometimes I gotta take like metro and buses and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes I completely forget that I'm listening like loud, because I'll be by myself 1 minute. Then the next minute I'll have like 4 people in the same car with me, and I did not notice them coming in. But I'm over here just cracking up to myself listening to like your.
Wow, please, it makes you laugh.
Yeah, that has happened to me though, when I'm just like paying attention to it like really strong, and people around me are like, I don't feel them until like I'm looking around. I'm like, oh yeah, okay, I got
like looking over at your phone, like what is he watching?
And I'm like, none of your business, eh?
Yeah.
There's no expectation of privacy, oh.
I love it. Yeah, we got a few no expected of privacy stuff on there. A lot of the Space Sub episodes, and for people who don't know, the Space Sub episodes on the show are literally our adaptation of like what everyone else is doing now. You know, like it's a comical cartoon animation version of what frauditors might be like in the future.
Yeah, exactly, and it's fun though. It's always fun to play with that. Like and it's funny because like you can use it with anything. Like with my well, and I used to say like it's a non-public forum well. Get away from it.
Yeah.
But it's funny because it's like they have these imaginary rules to this imaginary game that they're playing, right?
Totally. And that's why it transposes well to something like that, because I can just rip out of it wherever I like and just highlight the stupidity in a fun animated way. And they ask for it. You know, it is so easy just you all know, everyone on panel knows what they're like. And you only have to like take one small bit and you can just build a whole episode off that one stupidity. And it's so much fun.
I bet you have fun with that. I wish I had the tech to create my own animation. I'd probably create animation all day if I could. I love making fun of people like that because it's like you just like you create that little character. What's up?
Hey Jerry.
Let me know.
I got an idea. How about doing an animation of Sean Reyes and Denver Metro Audits?
Of who?
DMA, Christopher Cordova.
Who was the first person you said?
Sean
Long
Reyes.
Island Audits.
Oh, you said Sean Reyes. Okay.
Yeah. He was just not
I didn't know we were okay.
house a couple years ago.
You got to get me ready when we're gonna start using government names, all right? So it's like Sean Paul Reyes and Christopher Cordova.
Yeah,
in capitals.
In capitals. We got to make sure we get their corporate fictions first, so like that we know that we're gonna contract with them.
Yeah, well, they're doing business on YouTube, so they're already contracted.
Weirdos, man. I bet you if Christopher Cordova did stumble on this live for whatever reason and heard me saying his name, I bet you he'd have a shit attack. And the funny thing is that like a bunch of people know his name already. They've already said it over and over on a bunch of different streams, but he'll still have a shit attack over it.
Oh yeah, you'll get a copyright strike after you just for mentioning his name, and there'll be like a constitutional law scholar at your door.
Yes, Guadalupe. Careful. You don't want your government name.
He gets triggered real easily. You know, he gets triggered real easily.
Yeah, I'd love for you to make a character like that, Graham, like called like Denver Metro Triggers or something like that. You know, like and he's just a guy walking around, and the minute you get into like his airspace, he's like, "Oh, get away from me! Oh, get away from me!"
I could do something like that. I mean, the great thing about it is that I can literally do anything. You know, I don't. Everything's set in the future, but it's referencing a lot of stuff that people will have already seen anyway. So I can make a character like that and do it. It's well easy.
Mel, that's a 90s kid thing. A shit attack is when somebody is having a panic attack or an anxiety attack. Excuse me.
Okay.
That's what we used to call them because that's how people look like when they're almost gonna take a crap, right? You're having a shit attack, he's the best at it though. It's like you touch his camera, they're like, "Whoa, lady, why you touch my camera for?" Like, dude, I hate to see what happens when they touch your willy for the first time. Oh my god.
It's like someone stuck a finger up his ass or something, isn't it? You know, like, oh, what's that?
Whoa, warm your hands. What are you doing?
They just make me laugh. I'm sorry, they do. I can't take them seriously half the time because they just make me laugh.
Absolutely, I can't take them serious either. That's one of the main reasons why I don't like to treat them like they're adults or on the same level as people who are trying to do good things, like like unclean hands or like say like heads. You know what I mean? When usually if they want to talk something serious, I'll be more serious with them. But these guys, no, never. I don't take them serious whatsoever, and I don't like them coming in and saying that they are going to educate people. That's probably like the most annoying thing I hear them say is like, "Oh, we're here to educate." Like, dude, first educate yourself, please. Like, like you can't even, say a complete sentence correctly, let alone, educate anybody. Those are the things that annoy me when they start saying things like that.
Yeah, no.
DMA always says, "Do better, man."
Yeah.
He always says that.
I mean, it'd be nice if he'd listen to himself sometimes.
Yeah, really.
Oh yeah. Or I mean, I don't know if he does listen to himself so much that he likes hearing himself, but I don't know, dude. It's like oh, I can't stand. Well, okay, I can't stand him when he's annoying to people because when he's like semi-normal, like when he's like just being like kind of normal, I can kind of see him, in the capacity as a neighbor because he sounds like some of my neighbors. So like sometimes when he talks normal, I was like I can kind of see him being normal, but then it's when he's talking to like authority figures that it's just like his childish nature just comes out, right? It's like anybody that gives him some kind of authority that's gonna tell him no, it's like no, you can't tell me no, you can't tell me no because I own you, I pay taxes and all, and you're my servant and you gotta do what I say. It's like, dude, no, stop.
Yeah. We always go on.
I was gonna say, he hangs around with Screaming Regan Benson.
Yeah.
You talking about us, Hez?
Oh, man.
Yeah. Dude, I always when she came into the scene, all I pictured was just a vulture just hanging over DMA every time he's like saying something like, "Oh, do better," and she's like, "Rah, do better, rah."
The cartoon crow or something. Just
it's like, "Rah, do better, rah."
Her voice is like nails on a chalkboard.
Yeah, this bad, man. Especially when she gets going.
Regan is a screaming, cackling hen. You know that, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh God, in the worst way, man. She's just and she just goes off like all of a sudden. What the F and what the F and are you? It's like shut up.
It's just noise, isn't it? That's the thing. It's not even any. You can't hardly decipher what she's saying half the time anyway, because it's just like you say, and it's just noise.
Yeah,
noise.
It's just
noise.
Yeah,
Civil War cannon.
That's good. That actually got me. That's good. That's good, Pokey. That's good. But it is though. It is. It's just like she's the hype man for DMA. She's literally DMA's hype man. Like like when he's getting off and she's just like, rah, yeah, tyrants, rah, rah, rah.
Like the parrot on his shoulder.
Fine, don't talk then.
Oh boy. What's up, buddy? I see you down there. Fraud or Wrangler, I don't know if we have had an email cross-up thing going on because I have been sending you emails, but you have not responded, and I'm a little bit upset with you. No, I'm kidding. I'm just kind of wondering if you got my emails because I sent you like 4, but yeah, not without giving
Yeah,
myself away a little too
hey,
much.
tell them to come up here.
Oh yeah, is
Uh,
the link still
it's on StreamYards.
Hang on, let me see if I put it. I'm gonna put the link one more time down there so anybody.
You want me to step
Well,
down?
Huh?
I'll step down.
Well, I can step down. It's fine because I've got. I should be editing some more stuff for the show anyway. I come on just to say because Jerry invited me and he.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you took my invitation seriously. Unlike half the other world of YouTube that doesn't.
Of course I did. Yeah, I'm British and polite and nice, you know.
That's it. There you go. You get the British people first. That's right. I should have known.
Yeah, because we don't like to say no. So
thank you for telling me that. You've completely disarmed all of your countrymen.
yeah, we're a bunch of we'll just walk over. Yeah, come on over. It's fine. We'll make you cups of tea and give you cake.
Well, what is it? A cake or death, right?
Yeah, well.
It's good stuff, man. You come on whenever you want, Graham. And we got to work something, man. Because I love you, man. I love the stuff that you do.
Well, I'm definitely going to make you a Mexican Jerry Bob. How about that?
Hey, I already was one once, but if you want to make me another one, let's do it, eh?
I mean, what usually happens? You get one, and then another one turns up. Is that this? No.
Oh, that'll be so cool. I'm already there with you. I'm already there with you, man.
And before you know, you got a family of Mexicans sitting in your garden. Yeah, I know.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, I do stereotype a bit. If I'm offending anyone,
We
I
don't die.
apologize.
We multiply.
Yeah, exactly. I love it. I'll quickly plug tomorrow's show. Hez's interview is tomorrow. It's 2 p.m. Eastern, which is 7 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time or UK time. Interview with the big man himself, Hezekiah, on the
Yes,
Bob
sir.
Show. We just have a little bit of a
love
chat and a bit of
Hezekiah.
fun.
Oh,
That's right.
I love Hezekiah.
Well,
There's
this
no
is-
here. Hezekiah is here.
Well, thanks, Graham. And once Graham gets down, anybody who wants to come up, including you, Mr. Wrangler.
Have yourselves
Yeah,
all
bring
a
Ring up here.
fantastic day. You take care.
Thank you, sir.
You take care, Graham.
Bye, Graham.
Yeah, bring Ringler up here. Hey, as long as you don't bring Cerrone or Broken System, Broken Teeth up
Oh
here.
God, no.
I will never do that to you guys. This is not one of those.
If one of those shows up, I'm out of here. Sorry.
Yeah, definitely. I'm not gonna do that to you guys. This is where we hang out, where we get to enjoy ourselves, and we don't need to worry about anybody coming in there with their dumb, idiotic things that they have to say to themselves. I don't know, man. I cannot deal with people who are dishonest, and I cannot deal with people who are dumb. It's just my thing.
Well,
Wrangler.
Hang on, let me mute the. There we go.
Is Wrangler here?
What's up, Wrangler?
Yeah, I'm back. Good morning, everybody.
Hey.
Hey, did everybody see my description of Reagan's voice in the chat? Ear shattering, bowel voiding voice that is that psychotic bitch. I have never in my life seen such a contestant for the damn rubber room. Somebody really needs to get started on her damn haloperidol drip in her size 88 in straight jacket with a mouthpiece.
Hey, Wrangler, I got one better. She can wear Long Island artist girdles.
Yeah, but I bet she couldn't wear his car bras.
Oh man.
You know, apparently, I don't know. Everybody's seen the new Glenn video where he's getting his ass handed to him by the airport police or by Portland police, right?
Oh yeah.
Or at the airport.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he's going to Newark, New Jersey, and that's a direct quote on the sound. Newark. I believe it's pronounced Newark, but you know, whatever. Apparently, he had a ticket for the next day. So maybe Washington, you know, can get back to normal. Maybe he's gone to New Jersey.
I think that was an old video because I don't think he's allowed to leave Washington State due to his,
Oh shit, that's a good point.
due to his probation. I don't think he's allowed to leave the state.
That is a damn good point.
I mean, I could be wrong. I'm no law expert by any means.
Neither is Chile.
Yeah, well, I know more than Chile, okay? Everybody knows more than Chile.
My mother's Irish Terrier knows more than Chile.
Yeah, well, Chile got pulled over. Do you see that? Finally?
Yeah, I was on Demon Live when that happened, and so we kind of went what we were dealing with to that.
Yeah, I caught that this morning.
What? Wait a minute. What? What's going on? What's that about Chili?
You know how Chile likes to drive down the road, geeked out of his mind on speed, and be effing with his camera. Yeah, well, he did that and got caught by a cop doing it and got a ticket for it.
Long overdue.
Oh my God! Yes. Did he record the whole thing?
If he had been in California, hey, correct me if I'm wrong, Gary. If he had been in California, that could have actually been at officer's discretion to be a reckless driving ticket.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I don't know how in California, if a sheriff deputy or a California Highway Patrol deputy pulls you over, they have actually this thing called reckless driver endangerment or something like that.
Reckless endangerment.
Reckless endangerment, something like that. Yeah, and they can recommend to the DMV to pull your license until you have an evaluation either by a mental institute or a doctor to make sure that you're capable of driving.
Well, if our little brother Big West has got to do a mental eval to plea out on being a victim, then, oh Jesus Christ, can you see him?
Joey would have been committed instantly.
Can you see the damn doc trying to eval that freaking midget? I mean, I'm 5'9". I'm not really in any hypocritical function of not calling somebody a midget, but damn. Hang on a sec. Hang on.
Yeah, I'm only 5'7", so I can't say anything.
I'm about 5'6", 5'6.5".
Would I scare you guys? Would I be like the scariest Mexican being 6'3"?
Oh, wow. Joey's a giant.
Or can you see Jerry being 7'2", like Shaquille O'Neal?
Oh man, if I was 7'2", I'd probably be a jerk. I'd probably be walking around like a big old giant, being like, "Fee, fi, fo, thumb, I'm a Mexican. Now give me my burrito, damn it."
You've been getting lots of free tacos, Jerry.
Definitely, I already eat a lot of tacos as it is. I can't imagine how it would be at 7'2". I'd probably, oh my gosh, I probably would not stop. I mean, I don't know how many tacos you guys street tacos can you guys eat? Do you guys know what I'm saying, right? I'm not talking about Taco Bell tacos. I'm talking about, street tacos, like Mexican foldy, carne asada tacos.
You mean the real deal?
The real stuff? Oh yeah. You talking about the real stuff? Yeah.
The real stuff. Yeah, I could eat about 5 of those.
Okay. I remember in most states, reckless endangerment isn't just exclusive to reckless driving, and it's not exclusive to it.
I'm sorry,
like,
Ranger. Did we lose you in time?
Oh
Ranger.
No, I'm here. Sorry, doing 18 thing.
Oh, okay. But, I'm sorry. It's because we were talking about tacos, and all of a sudden you came in with that. Not that it wasn't relevant like 2 seconds ago.
My bad. I think all this stems back to Chili's middle, you know, how his actual given name. I think that he caught so much shit with the Maria.
You know, he'll catch this. He'll catch that with people north of the border. In Mexico, it's not that big of a deal to have Maria or Guadalupe or
Yeah, but
like
Chile's
Carmela.
about as Latin. Chile's about as damn Latin as the Portuguese are.
Yeah, no, I believe you on that. I'm just saying, like, you know, like Mexican parents like to use like a lot of those Mary names, like Guadalupe and stuff like that, because of the Virgin Mary. So if you see guys that have like Maria and stuff like that, it's usually because they're trying to put, like, you know, something about Jesus in between their name or whatever. So
Yeah.
I know that he catches a lot of flack for that, but, you know, like, as somebody who you know doesn't like people going for low hanging fruit, that's like you know, it's just a Mexican thing. If you were in Mexico, that would be such a crazy thing.
Absolutely. And I wasn't picking on Chile for that. I was just dabbling into the psychopathy that is that jackass.
Yeah, exactly,
Hey.
Guadalupe.
But yeah, everybody on Demon, when he went live with his ticket yesterday, everybody on Demon got in his chat and was hitting him up with clover leaves and all kinds of shit. I got banned when I hit him with was he transporting RAPE drugs across state lines again?
Oh no.
What happened?
Wrangler.
I'm here. So Chili banned me off of his page for that. They did. I guess his moderators didn't like it.
Guadalupe, why is his Spanish so bad? Because he never spoke it? I don't know.
Hey, Wrangler, don't feel bad. His moderators are ignorant and stupid too, just like Sean Reyes supporters
absolutely. I mean, and Chili's about as Latin as Goat Boy is. My Spanish is better than both of theirs.
Oh yeah, Goat Boy is another one. Like Goat Boy is he's a Spanglish guy.
I'm gonna disagree because his facial, his bone structure, his syntax when he uses English, that's not south of the border, bro.
That's more like Russian.
Southwest Asia, maybe
Yeah.
south of the border in Southwest Asia, absolutely. But his syntax is all wrong. His vocabulary is all wrong.
It's very, very, very possible that he's got like Cambodian, some kind of
no, not Southwest Asia.
They say he's more like he's from Kazakhstan. That's
Kazakhstan, Afghanistan, Syria, Iran.
Yeah,
that's Southwest
Kazakhstan
Asia.
Kazakhstan is was former part of Russia.
Yep. And that's, like I said, it's his syntax, it's the words he uses when he speaks English, which is, you know, and you can tell when that one security guard is questioning him, you know, in Spanish. He doesn't speak it. Because there was this pause after she asked the question, and he'd just go, no. He had no idea what she was saying. He was just saying no for the sake of saying it, so that he didn't look like an idiot. But he is not a Spanish speaker. He's not.
Hey, Jerry, Wrangler, and Jimbo, I got a question for y'all. Can you imagine, speaking of Regan, can you imagine her doing a debate with Joey and Miko? What would you think?
Oh, I think my coffee's about to come back up.
Would that even be any kind of would that be a debate, or would that just be like two squawking, like just like a squawk match? I don't know. How does that work? Like, is that even going to be coherent?
Reagan's not coherent anyway. Reagan's voice is like the audio equivalent of Shani the Whale. Being anti-Viagra. That's the anti-Viagra right there. Her voice.
Hey, Yeah, Dr. Dave always doing videos of Shani the Whale.
Regrettably, and it wouldn't be bad if he just made it entirely audio, but he keeps putting voices, and if I never see that bitch cook again, I might actually eat a meal in peace again.
If you see her cooking, it will make you throw up.
It's gonna be 4 years before I can have macaroni again. Damn.
Hey, man.
I mean, how much weed would one have to consume? How much weed would somebody have to imbibe to where that would be appetizing? I'm making this for my son's birthday. I'm making this for my son's birthday. That poor child. That might be the only child to ever call CPS on himself. Like, please come get me. Please come get me.
he goes to the phone and dials C. He's all like, "There's a C. I know there's a C, P. Even though these guys have not taught me the alphabet, I know that there's a C, there's a P, and there's an S."
And then he grabs a smartphone and hits the damn microphone. Child Protective Services, Trailer Park, Arkansas.
Sometimes it's too dumb for their own good, these people.
And what's even more deliciously white trash than her is her like little life mate there.
Oh, the simp, or should I call simpleton?
You're both of those are the word and the abbreviation are just giving him way too much credit, man.
You guys are killing me.
I've seen dead folks with more active brain cells than that moron.
Jerry's slipping down the well again.
Oh boy! They were just too many in a row. They got me.
Yeah, her husband is her husband is a babbling buffoon, bubbling buffoon of a bird brain.
Well, if that is in fact her like legal husband, where there was a ceremony and all, can you imagine the person that officiated that? You know, he had a flask.
Dude, he thought he was there for.
Like, you take her to be your whatever. I do. Why?
Tell me that was not
why, for Christ's sake? You just be people using prostitutes.
They had to tell the priest there was a wedding the whole time. He was like, "The power of Christ compels you. The power of Christ compels you."
Well, I hope neither one of them ever start applying in vino veritas into their lives, because that would be ugly. And I know Jerry knows the meaning of that word or that phrase. In vino veritas, in wine there is truth.
Yeah.
Which is a little that must only exist in countries that still rely heavily on Latin, because I've never seen drunk talk ever be a good thing.
No, you yeah, they say what is it? What's the cuando tomas más hablarás, or something like that. I forgot. They used to say it all the time. It's basically you talk too much when you're drunk.
Oh yeah, I thought that's what it was sounding like.
Yeah, I just can't. I would have to go back to my aunt to tell me, because she used to say it to my dad all the time.
If your aunt did anything like mine, they get smacked for asking.
Hey, sorry, I think I had too much Hennessy this morning. I drank too much Hennessy. Yes.
Well, I mean, after we've been talking about Chili, Shani, the simp, Reagan Benson, I haven't yet. But I think that Michael's about to go pick up his coffee a little bit.
Hey, how about Sean Reyes being a moron in court?
Look, what I really loved. Do you remember when he got that like $12,000 settlement, right? And he claimed that he was going to give it to the people. I didn't know that I didn't know that the sales ladies at the damn Omega store in New York City were the people, but okay. Because he kept playing with his watch on camera. And if you go back and look at Mark's video from yesterday, it'll show him sitting there playing with his watch. It's a damn Omega.
Well, he was at the DMV, not too far from my house this weekend, like 2 days ago.
Well, he was at a damn City Hall 5 miles from my mother's house in those new Oklahoma videos he's been putting out.
I didn't realize Hez put out a new video. I almost like fell out of my chair when I saw it. That's like 2 miles away.
Hey,
Yeah,
has anyone seen
his
that
volume? Because of his volume. Go ahead. Go ahead. My bad.
I was gonna say, have y'all seen the video where he went to Danbury and he got humiliated by the mayor of Danbury, Connecticut? He got humiliated.
Oh yeah, he got. I mean, he turned his Karen into overdrive after that.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, hey, you guys saw when we had dipshit BSBT up on live the other night, right?
Yeah, we were talking about that. I was saying like these guys.
I wasn't even thinking about fraud troll when I said it, but I'm surprised FT ain't put a hit out on my ass for what I said to BSBT. And
well, you know,
I want to see their manager and this, and I want to see their supervisor. I'm like, so what are you saying? Josh is the new Karen? And I wasn't, and I didn't even think about fraud or troll when I said that. I was like, oh, no, I know.
Me too. Because sometimes I'll be putting in the chat, like, you know, like Joshy boy and stuff like that. And I'm all like, oh yeah, that's right, fraud or troll Josh too, you know. So like, I hope he understands that mostly any insult that I put with the name Josh in it was meant for BSBT. I hope that he knows that. Hey, what's up, News Now Enemy? Thanks for joining, brother. I see you.
Otherwise, he'd have blocked both of us off his channel. Like, you know, Chili does to me whenever I tear his ass apart.
No, you see, I get them off the channel for one reason and one reason only. They have nothing to say. It's not that I've never heard it or that I can't take some criticism if it's coming my way or whatever. But when it's just circular arguments that don't go anywhere, I'm sorry, I don't need to hear you. And then if you're just going to be condescending to anything that I have to say because it's not your idea, then we're not going to have a conversation. So that's why I don't deal with them.
Yeah.
Hey, Jerry,
did anybody see the video that Kenny Klein TV put out this morning?
No,
I haven't seen it.
Well, he called the NYPD doing his normal little stick, trying to get a hold of Joey Boy off of Brooklyn Audits.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it doesn't. It's not. You know, it's an audio video, but you know, Chili just went all the way out of his way to make himself look like a moron.
God. Well,
what else is new with Chili?
He wasn't giving him any information. He was trying to act like a defense attorney to the damn desk sergeant or whoever picked up the phone at whatever precinct it was, and he's like, "Well, look, I'm an investigative journalist, and I'm also a 20-year law scholar. Yeah, that and about 50 cents might get you on a fucking bus if you had another dollar, but yeah." So the desk sergeant just crushes his ass, shoots him down, tells him, "Oh, well, I can't give you any information about that person, sir." Well, what if I want to put money on his commissary? You'll have to look on the internet, sir.
Yep.
Well, what was the mens rea? What was his criminal core? And I'm sitting there going, criminal core? What? I've got it. I have a damn undergrad degree in criminal justice, and I've never heard that phrase. What was his criminal core? What was the mens rea for arresting him? I saw the tape. Well, if you saw the tape, you know why his dumb meth-headed ass was arrested.
Yeah,
Because that's when I start laughing.
it's ridiculous when they start getting in that and they start getting into that kind of like, trying to investigate something that they know nothing about, and it's like all you got to do is go on the internet. Go on the internet and look up the booking information, and you'll have all the information you need. I don't all this extra madness that you're trying to come up with is like, ridiculous. And it's one of the main reasons why they created that stuff in the first place. The whole looking up the booking number on the internet is because they don't want people going over to the police station and calling the police station every 2 seconds for this type of information. These guys.
And I'll tell you right now, as libertarian as the state of New York is for the most part, if Chili goes there and he starts trying his bullshit, the state of New York will come down on him for practicing law without a license. They don't look too kindly upon that up there in the blue-blooded, neighborhoods and states. They don't really approve of it.
Oh yeah, they're already like starting to figure out that, putting like tying up officers' hands and defunding police is not working out.
Yeah, that kind of didn't go the way they thought that was going to go.
Yeah, no, it's not. I'm glad. I'm glad in a way it's biting them in the ass, but
that was about as legit as Chili trying to sell legal documents that you can print out on your computer on his website.
Yeah.
It's like, wow, that just, to me, that screams federal crime, because he's advertising it over state lines, he's sending it over state lines, and then he's collecting money from over state lines.
There's something to be said about the herd. People that follow Chili, they're in the herd. That herd, and when one bull runs off the cliff and all the rest of the bulls follow, it's kind of like their own fault.
Well, it's like with Reyes, when he was redoing his trial on his channel, a week after he was found guilty, I had people commenting to me, "Oh, no, it's not over yet. He hasn't been found guilty yet." What?
I said, those people are so
a week
stupid.
ago, and you're still sending him money for his defense. Okay, that's brilliant. But I really hope, for his sake and his family's sake, I really hope Sean Paul Reyes, with all that damn PayPal and Venmo and Cash App money he's been getting sent to him, that he puts, the account numbers on his page or his channel. I really, really hope he's been doing the right thing with the feds and claiming all that money as unearned income.
Well, I know the IRS watches what goes on YouTube. I'm sure.
Yeah. Well, you got to remember, they're not going to do anything about last year till after April 16th.
Well, as someone who's had to learn the hard way about paying taxes, I'll tell you guys, there will be, you can go without being noticed by the IRS. You can go under the radar for a good 2-3 years before all that shit catches up to you. Now, I will say this. If he is consistently wasting his money, like irresponsibly wasting his money, just going nonstop wasting his money, it'll be difficult for the IRS to catch up to him, because there's not going to be any like real record out there that's going to get them on top of him until there's too many receipts to ignore.
Actual cash donations, brother. But you got to keep in mind that everything he's doing, all his money is digital, and he's put the account numbers for the world to see. So, and if he's clearing, he's clearing $500,000 a year at least. That's what YouTube. But
that's
with
my point.
Other accounts, with the cash, like the digital currency accounts, if I tell you right now, those LLCs that own those, when the IRS starts sending them federal subpoenas for information, they are not I promise you, they will not play hardball with the Fed, not with the IRS, not on that. They will not play hardball. They'll give them everything they want.
Well,
Yeah,
no
let me just
transactions. Oops, sorry.
Go ahead, bro.
yeah.
No
Let me just.
Oops.
Oh no, hang on, Jimbo. Hang on. Because, like I said, this is something that I learned the hard way. Like I was saying, yeah, he can fly under the radar for a good minute. He really can, but there are too many receipts. There's too many transactions. Too many things happening under his name, under his Social Security. Because I know no matter what, even all this PayPal and stuff like that, you have to put your Social Security behind it. If not, you're putting somebody else's Social Security, regardless. Because, like, as you can see on my, I got my my PayPal up, right? That's still attached to something, to my Social Security. So no matter what comes in through that, there are records, and if they're not big enough to be, exploit the what is it, the 999 transaction point where you have to make a record of it by the IRS, eventually all those receipts, they add up, they stack up, and so eventually it will get back to them, just like it got back to me when I used to do all my transactions through Venmo when I had my shop. My transactions through Venmo got audited somehow, and I had to go and make a second, list of taxes for that revenue, and it came at me like 5 years into my shop being active, and it completely, like, it hurt me so bad. But it was because I wasn't doing my due diligence. I was doing a 1099 and keeping everything in order, but what I wasn't doing was some revenue I wasn't putting in, because I figured, like, they're not gonna come after me for that. But yeah, they do, and yeah, they will.
Oh yeah, and you got to remember, the more money involved that they can go after, that makes that person a bigger target. And if and like you just said, he's using somebody's SSN for it, whether it be his wife's, whatever. And if he's using his wife's SSN and she's consented to this, and the feds come for him on that, she'll go down with him. She'll go down for tax fraud, and he'll go down for accessory to tax fraud or facilitation.
Well, speaking of frauds, and someone who's not a fraud is my friend over here, Facts and Frauds. That channel, if you have not subbed to it, please sub to it. That's my guy right there, man. He does some of the best short videos you ever see, because his videos are never too long, but they're always just right. That's what I say. They're always just right. Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah. But yeah, so like I said, I know he's got kids and shit, and I know I can't stand him because he's a scumbag who just is such a criminal that he has gone and found a new way to scam and do dumb shit and get paid for it without actually having to do any work. Props to him for that. But all he has really done, if you think about it, is inspire. You can put him in the top 10% of actual, like, success frauditors, successful one. And then because of him acting like he does and getting paid like he does, he's inspired the other bottom 90% to act like morons. That we have to, those are the ones that we wind up making the most videos about, are these idiots. Like Rogue Nation, Taco Terry.
Yeah.
And depending on what happens with the angry vet, with him being arrested for wiretapping.
Speaking of angry vet, hang on real quick, because you put me in a rough spot when you asked me to find a name for your channel, and I have been going mad with different things for your channel. Okay, so I was like, I keep going to, like, the same, for some reason, like, I can't get out of my head with the whole V thing, because you're like the whole vet. So I'm all like, V for veterans. That's like, that's like the best.
That's good. And, well, the only reason that I've just decided to keep it on this one for now is when I got the new channel up, I couldn't even find it.
Okay, yeah, it's hard, yeah.
The new one I had 2 subscribers on, and I don't even know who they were, and I couldn't even find it. Typing in every bit of info for the link on it, I couldn't find it. So we decided to go on the one where everybody knows. So to hell with it. But no, I do appreciate it, brother. I do. But what I'm waiting for now is for Taco Terry to get popped for Maryland wiretapping.
Oh, that'd
That's
be nice.
what I'm waiting on.
Yeah.
Well,
Go ahead, Jimbo.
That and him
Jimbo.
to get
Or Pokey.
that
Pokey.
and him
Go
to
ahead,
get some more
Pokey.
staples, courtesy of a 70-year-old man.
Hang on, Wrangler. Hang on.
Can you send me the link to Product Wrangler's channel on StreamYards or on YouTube?
You want to handle that, Wrangler? You want to? You want to?
I'm on my smartphone because I've got two laptops tied up to the other shit for tonight. And
if anybody can, if any, I know I got most of my mods out there. Should be. If you guys can get Fraud Wranglers, if you guys are sub to his channel, go ahead and link it out there for Pokey. If not Pokey, I'll get it to you. I just can't.
No problem.
I just can't move in and out of the screen. But you know I will. You know I got you.
Oh yeah. I appreciate you doing that. Like I said, I got I got a notebook and a laptop all doing shit for tonight. You know, and
you grow orchids? Hang on, Jimbo, you grow orchids?
Yeah, I do. Orchids, yes.
Hey, Product Wrangler, you gonna be on Dr. Dave's channel tonight?
No, I'm gonna be doing mine at 5 Central Time.
Okay, about
you know, like I said, I don't know how long that's gonna go, but
when I get back on YouTube, I'll find your channel and I'll hopefully get notifications from it.
All right, that'll work. I appreciate that. I really do, guys. And
yeah. If any of you got a channel thing going on and you need me to repost, I'll repost. Make sure you guys let me know. I'll repost anything you guys would need me to. So get out there.
Just to give everybody that's here a little sneak peek of what we will be opening with tonight. We are going to be taking on Josh Abrams. We're going to be taking out Josh Abrams.
Oh, He
has successfully gone and pissed me off again. And I'm really waiting for the day where he goes back to do prison time, and I can put a bounty on that Stars and Stripes tattoo on his right arm. Somebody will be getting a commissary boost.
Thank you, Guadalupe. Pokey, Guadalupe shared Wrangler's page.
Guadalupe, you're a beautiful person. Thank you. But yeah, I couldn't believe
I'm gonna go on my smartphone and
4 miles from my mama's house doing one of his fraudits. The same morning I left to head back to Austin. I was pissed. I was like, damn it. But, you know, like I said, you know, because he put it up the same week that he started his trial. And I think that he's doing shit, you know, months in advance. Because everybody was wearing short sleeve shirts, and it was like 6 weeks ago when he put it up. And I'll tell you right now, because if it had been 6 weeks ago in Oklahoma, there had nobody wearing a damn t-shirt.
I guess it could have cropped that better.
It just ain't happening. Because I know 6 weeks ago it was like 17 degrees.
Yeah, it was cold. The pipes in my house froze.
Yeah, Sean was not, you know, walking around in shorts and a golf shirt and a man girdle.
No.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you guys the reins for about 2 seconds. I gotta pack a bowl, guys. I'm getting sober over here.
Oh. Yeah, I heard you're in the mailing business there, Jerry.
Oh well, I told you. I told you. I want to do something like Hez has done with the whole raffle thing, but I think Salacious's workload is a little too much.
Hey, I'm hoping my cards come today.
You know,
okay.
That pension finally came through, Jerry, and you and I might have to talk later.
Hey guys, why don't we hey, I got an idea. Let's make up and create a anti-trifold. It'll have what to do when you get pulled over by the police. Stay in the vehicle, keep hands visible at all times. When they ask you for your license, registration, and proof of insurance, you don't have the right to tell them to f off.
What not to do.
If you make quick hand gestures and reach in your pockets, bad things could happen.
Dude. And
Like,
you know the
what,
crazy
you know,
thing.
has everybody ever heard the
Regular.
phone number 1-866-6-Sparky?
Wrangler, look, check it out though. You see, the thing is, our trifold, if we make one, our trifold is gonna be like this. It's gonna be the first page is gonna say, stop for the cop, give your license, your registration, let him tell you what he's gonna tell you, take your punishment regardless of whether you think you did it or not. Then after that, the rest of the trifold is gonna be like, enjoy your day, go with your family, go have some dinner.
And then have one that says, if you knowingly have a felony warrant for your arrest, don't try to outrun the cops, because you ain't outrunning a radio.
Yeah, and they've got the new way of doing it now, which I think is a little bit better. I don't think it's going to work so much for Cali cops as it will for smaller,
Like Frank the
townships.
cop in Arizona, like Frank
Yeah,
the Dead.
where
guy.
you don't necessarily have to chase the people anymore. They just take the information, take down everything they need to take down, or they'll have a helicopter following the guy for as far as he'll go, and then like they'll ambush him later or something. Like it's worked in some ways, and it hasn't worked in other ways. I like it in the sense that when it comes to like a high speed pursuit, you're not going to have the high speed pursuit, but also you got to know who you're following. Sometimes like the other day, some guy got away, and he was like he was like a multi felon who killed somebody. So yeah, let's get them before they kill people. But also be careful with the traffic. So I don't know.
That's why you have some jurisdictions now in America that have actually gone to using, I guess you call it little GPS tracking beacons. And what they'll do is it's right there near their headlights, and they push a button, and a compressed air shot will shoot the tracking beacon, which activates automatically, that lands on the car. And then they just let the guy go. And they'll just be tracking him via GPS. And by the time he rolls home, there's usually about 6 or 7 units waiting for him.
Yeah.
Like a sticky ball
And some
thing.
jurisdictions are doing that now, because it just, you really don't want to go the route that they did in some of the Fast and Furious movies with like the car killer harpoons, or, the little beacons that short out the electronics and the computer.
Well,
because then the car is at the mercy of God and gravity and physics, and that's kind of dangerous for everybody else. So they just track them now, and then they go arrest them.
Yeah, the donut operator just recently showed a video where this guy was in a pursuit, and he lost control, and he ran into a building, straight runs into a building. The building collapses on top of him. And another person, and one of them died. I'm not sure if it was the driver of the high speed pursuit, or if it was the person that he ran into. But yeah, it's crazy. You just see the car run into this building, and the whole building just falls on top of them. It's crazy. So stuff like that, like that. If they can avoid it, I hope they do. But also, I get it too. Sometimes you got to get your guy. You got to get them, because sometimes they're out there doing.
You don't know whether that guy that you just see on the news for 30 seconds is out trying to outrun the cops. You don't know if he just took off because he's a soft sit, or if he's a fugitive, rapist killer who's trying to avoid getting caught. Because some states have actually signed into law liabilities to where if cops are getting sued for somebody getting hurt that wasn't part of the pursuit, when they have to go chase somebody down, if the cops lose their qualified immunity, well, then that criminal that they were chasing, he has to tow an equal amount of either jail time or money to those families. He don't just get to go do his, crayon snacking in a padded cell. No, he's gonna be just as liable financially as the cops are.
Yeah, absolutely. And Jimbo,
you're a criminal and you run from the cops, and somebody gets killed, you are just as liable, if not more, than the cops.
Hang on, Wrangler.
Right.
Jimbo, it's not a matter of us stepping on each other. I think it's a volume issue, because um, sometimes when I have Wrangler, his volume is a little higher than most. So when he's talking, and we try to get a word in, like it's not that he's like not hearing me because Wrangler is super polite. If I say like hey Wrangler, and he'll stop. But the thing is that I think the audio issues where he's really loud kind of makes it difficult for someone to just be like hey, like, so if you want to say something, just start interrupting. And if Wrangler hears you, he'll stop. He's not gonna get sad if you stop him from
No,
talking.
I'm not rude like that. I like to hear what you guys have to say too.
Yeah, but I
Hey,
think
I was saying I just subscribed to Product Wrangler's channel. I
there you go.
subscribed to your channel, buddy.
There you go. But yeah, I'm just letting you know that sometimes, like when Wrangler's going off, you just got to be a little bit more louder, just be like, hey, he'll hear you. He's
Well,
not a jerk.
it's my first time. I'm trying to be polite, Jerry.
Yeah. Well,
Well, you're
both of y'all
having breakfast
polite.
with a Mexican, Holmes. You're not having
Yeah,
breakfast with a. Come on, You gotta be loud. Come
hey,
on, you have to. Hey, what's going
I'm
on,
from New
Holmes? It's
York.
time for you
Hey,
to
yo,
talk.
whoa, man. Come on.
Hey, Jerry. I said Wrangler and Jimbo are polite, unlike Cerrone and BSBT. They like to interrupt people.
Oh yeah, they just like to hear themselves talk, man. If VSBT and so if they could just have a channel where they're talking to themselves and they could just like give themselves like super chats or whatever, they'd be happy, dude. Seriously, those people, they have no other sense but themselves. It's terrible.
Because I know those who they like to go to everybody's live stream and want to get their two cents in, especially BSBT.
Yeah, I got my 2 cents with BSBT a long time ago. That's why I don't even bother with him. When I first came onto to this community, I used to treat the frauders with a little bit more with a little bit more class, I guess you could say, because I thought maybe they were actually going for something. But once I figured them out, it was like, no, I don't even want to waste my time having a conversation with you because you're not doing anything productive, and the only thing you really want is you want to get away with stuff, and I'm not cool with that. So yeah, BSBT. I remember I had a couple of back and forth in some comment sections and stuff like that, and every time he wants to make people feel bad for him, he goes to his kids. But it's like, buddy, you know, I could see if your kids were with you and they were taken from you, like by some evil, lady that doesn't want to see you with them, which I've seen. I've had friends who've had exes who don't care about their kids, who are trying to take away the kids from my friends because they're, they're being petty or because they want to use their friends as a weapon. That's not cool. That's not that. I don't go for that. Whether you're a man or a woman, whatever. Like your
I
kids are
kind of,
not a weapon. Your
I
kids are
kind
your
of think
kids, and you treat them.
porters are like children, and you got
Yeah,
to treat them like children because you got to like a little 5-year-old kid. He might want it his way, but as an adult, you realize eventually he'll come to learn that his way isn't always the best way.
absolutely.
Yeah, as it well. There's no hope for a broken system. A broken
No,
system.
definitely.
There's no
That's why.
hope for him.
That's why Wrangler's got him in his sights, man. He's like, I ain't messing with this guy. It's time to whoop him, right, Wrangler?
Hmm.
There
Wrangler.
there is something to be said for life experience too.
I think Wrangler fell asleep.
Wrangler, oh, he's muted.
Is he? Did I mute him? Well, you
No,
muted yourself.
His mic
I
on
think
his
he
little phone there says mute. Maybe
he might have muted himself on there.
maybe he
Check
got a
your
phone
check
call.
your or a phone call, maybe. Yeah. Well, he'll come back. I know he's not. He hasn't gone anywhere.
Yeah.
What's up, Rudy?
Uh, hey, Rudy.
Hey, Rudy, how's it
And
going, man?
Jimbo, come on, man. Where's your cup, man? Did you pour? Did you drink?
I got a refill. My thermos is empty. I need to make another pot of coffee, actually.
There you go, buddy. Get your pot. I was actually gonna make a bowl. You guys got me going over here.
I had a bowl going.
Yeah, but yeah. You know what I was saying about that? I just talked to the guy that used to be my distributor with my old shop, and he was telling me that yeah, he give me like a few edibles to raffle out or whatever. He's got some Rice Krispies treats. He's got some. But I told him it's not going to be fun if it's not something like it's not something outrageous. So he's going to start off by sending me some 100 milligram Rice Krispies treats and some 100 milligram Fruity Pebbles treats. So once I get them, I'm going to display them, and then we'll do the same thing as
yeah,
Edibles don't really work too well on me. I've always had to go with the flower and smoke it.
it's the potency of these things are strong enough for anybody to get an effect out of them. But it's the type of high is that, like I tell people all the time, it's like it's not that it's not potent, and it's not that it won't get you there, but it's the way it gets you there that feels weird. Like
yeah, it's different. It's different.
Yeah, it's like when I get high off of edible, it feels unnatural. Although it's not that it's not natural.
Hey, have y'all seen the ads on YouTube about the I think it was Mood THC gummies?
Yeah, the Mood.
I've seen them on the ads on YouTube.
Oh,
where
yeah,
they
dude kind of looks like he could be a frauditor.
Who?
Weird.
What? Where?
Hello.
What did you say, Wrangler?
The gummies?
Oh, I said the guy that they have advertising for it looks like he could be a frauditor.
The guy. I mean,
well, that's the problem with Wrangler is that these fraudsters sometimes are giving good people bad names.
What I saw from Mood was like the Delta 8. That's a thing.
All right.
Yeah. Yes.
Well, I mean, look, I've tried the edibles, the gummies, and really the worst thing was that I started hunting YouTube for old He-Man cartoon episodes.
I had somebody give me a bag of gummies once, and I put it in my car, and I forgot, and it got hot, and the whole bag just like melted into one. And then I was like,
you had one
what do
gummy.
I do now? Like, how do I do it? So I would just take a bite out of this big gummy I had, and it worked, but it's not quite the same.
Hey guys, I got to jump off here, and I got to go do some things, help my mother in Oklahoma real quick.
There you go.
And then I got to get back and getting stuff in shape for 5. So everybody have a great day. I hope to see all of you this evening. And I've got to run though.
I'll see you.
You too.
See ya.
Take care. Have a good day, man.
I will.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to hop off also because I got some things to do also. So you take care, Jerry, and you take care, Jimbo.
Take care. Have a great day, Pokey.
Thank you, Pokey, for stopping by, man. It's always a pleasure with you guys.
Yeah.
I got nowhere to go, Jerry.
I wasn't kicking you off, buddy. I was not kicking you off. I just kind of like I lost my opportunity there because I kept telling you guys, "Oh, hang on, I'll be right back," because I wanted to pack a ball.
You got me in the pool, I like the water.
There you go. You see what I'm saying? All it takes is for you to try it. Once you're there, you're there. You're good. That's what I mean. That's why also I wanted to start the breakfast show or the morning show. I needed to start sometime somehow. So I was like, you know what? I've been sick this whole week. I haven't been feeling good. And today was the first day that I got up and I felt I felt like, wow, I could actually smell things today. So
I can hear it in your voice still.
Yeah, my of course, I went through hell. My throat went through hell. It went through a lot. But I'm getting back, so I'm all like, and it's also been it's exactly like about 3 days since I've had a smoke because when my throat is bad, I don't like smoking. So it's been about 3 days since I had a bowl. I have a lot of bowls to go through now. But yeah, it's been about 3 days since I had a good smoke out. So that's what I'm doing right now. And yeah, if you want to talk about something, go ahead. Just give me about 2 seconds while I finish this bowl up because I keep saying I am but I haven't.
Well, you pack the ball. I'm gonna go make a pot of coffee. I'll be back in 2 minutes.
But we're both leaving. That's not good.
I'll be back before you. Trust
Okay, you go first. You go first,
me.
and
I'm
and
still in
and
the
then
same
and
room. Just
go
walk
get your
in.
coffee. All right.
It's all connected. So.
Oh, okay. If you can walk around and do your coffee, it's good with me. I don't mind. As a matter of fact, I don't know about you, but I don't find certain noises to be annoying to me, like the noises of a diner. Like whenever I go into a diner and I hear, like I hear plates and I hear like coffees being made and like skillets being used and stuff like that. Like it does not those noises don't bother me. Like I like to hear those noises.
Yeah,
It's
well, that's what
strange.
you would expect to hear in a diner, right?
Yeah, but I'm not saying Jimbo. That's not listen. What I mean is that some people like to drown out those noises in order to like hear like music or something, right? But to me, that's like the noise of the morning, and I need to hear it sometimes.
That's
Yeah, Guadalupe, like white noise. Yeah, yeah. But for me, it's like diner noises. I don't know. For some reason, diner noises put me at ease when I hear like plates being thrown around and like and like eggs being cracked on skillets and stuff like like hearing that and like hearing the little clingety clangs of people eating their food off of their plates.
No, I have a tiny little house. I have a little house on a lake, so it's like a little bungalow. My kitchen and my living room, it's all connected. It's one big room, and then
Oh,
there's
so you
just
live like you live with what we call a single or a studio?
a bungalow, like a little beach house. It's a little beach
Ah,
house on footings, like on
that
stilts.
actually that actually makes more sense if you say beach house.
Yeah, beach house. Well, it's on a lake. It was a lake community years and years ago, and it was like a summer community from the city, from New York City, and they would come up here and spend the summers up on the lake, and there were outhouses, and you wanted to go take a bath, you went down to the lake with a bar of soap.
There you go. There you go.
They don't do
Look at
that anymore.
Guadalupe. A gym bungalow. A
Yeah,
gym bungalow.
you go down to the lake now with a bar of soap, you get arrested.
Yeah, no shit. Like, excuse me, sir. What? I brought a bar of soap.
Yeah. Well, it started with my family. My grandparents built a house here a long time ago with the Paisans. And
Hey, Pazan.
yeah, that's what it was. The Paisan came and built the house. And, everybody did a little bit and piece. And they put the little summer house together. And then my uncle bought the property next to it. And he built a year-round house. And then, over the years, family passes, people move away. But I liked growing up in this area. So I bought myself a little tiny house, not very big because it's just me, and a little tiny piece of property, easy to maintain. And that's it.
Yeah, that's it. That's exactly what I was doing. About 4 years before my life got upended. I was going for that. I wanted to just get like the smallest bit of apartment or a condo out in the beach in Venice because I was starting to fall in love with Venice. And I never had that kind of love for Venice before because I didn't go out to the beach that often. But when my time became like late beach nights where I would have like bonfires and stuff like that, I started to really love the beach, and so I was like getting there where I started. I had just moved into an apartment like out there in Venice, and it was like out of control rent. Like it's crazy. It's like mortgage It's like you might as well have a mortgage if you're gonna rent something by the beach in Venice.
Oh, the prices are insane around here.
Yeah,
The little house behind me, Jerry, which is 800 square feet. So put that picture in your head. You know square footage, right? Tiny, 2 bedroom, maybe living room, kitchen. $240,000.
yeah, yep, absolutely.
And they had to gut it and put new windows in it, and Lord knows what else they're doing in there. They've been working for a month already since they bought it for 240,000. A
Yeah,
little tiny nothing, man. Let me tell you.
yeah.
I,
No, I'm telling you, bro. Like I had my little spot in the beach, and I was paying almost 4,000. Like I think it was four. I had to pay 4,000, uh, $200 for the rent. But I was charged an extra like 350, I think it was, because I got into a package deal where I wouldn't have to pay utilities, but it's like I would have to pay like 350, basically twice a month, and that would cover a bunch of like service charges. Like they had a cleaners in that apartment place that I was at, where you could go and like just leave your clothes, and if you were part of that package, you could just go and leave clothes and they would clean it. But if you didn't, then they would leave tags on you and you would have to pay the fee for it or whatever. And you had valet parking and all this other stuff. Like that's if you did the 350. Like it was like 350 every 2 weeks, I think it was. But it paid your utilities, it paid for your laundry, and a bunch of other little like things that I before when I didn't have it, kind of added up like a lot when before I had that package. But yeah, those were the times that I thought, dang man, all I want to do is just own a place out here, because just wasting this money, and it ended up hurting me, because I was like, all I was doing was giving money to somebody else, and I never got any
oh,
value for that money.
that's so true. When you pay rent, you're sticking that money in somebody else's pocket. So that's why years ago, when I saw this house, it was cheap. It was $80,000. And I said, damn, I might as well stick that money back in my own pocket and rather than pay rent. And it's
Yeah.
small. It doesn't have a lot of maintenance to it. You know, the only bad thing is it's electric heat, and we got some pretty cold winters.
Oh, oh, no.
Yeah, and God forbid, you have a storm and the electric goes out. You're
Yeah,
really
I
upset,
can imagine.
you
No
know.
way, dude. That was the cool thing about the little spot that I had, is that you could run the heat that was the what do they call it,
Well,
uh,
I
it,
have
it,
propane. I have a propane stove as an
uh,
alternative, just in case.
they used to call it something, circular air, I forgot. But basically, my apartment, if I wanted, I could use the heater from the apartment, and it would heat the whole room, the whole house. But the thing is that my apartment was so small that whenever I ran that heater, it would like jump from say like a few degrees to 90, like fast, because that
Oh,
little apartment, how it was, right? But it had a like a built-in brick oven that I would use for heat, that I would put like the logs in and everything,
oh,
and
nice.
it
Yeah.
that would heat it would heat up my the apartment just the same, but it did it in a different way, where it's like it felt more comfortable, it felt more cozy, like
Yeah, I could put it like a little. I have like a little stove, a wooden stove out in the studio. I have a studio outside, and I was going to bring it into the main house, but it's I don't want to deal with the wood and the chopping of the wood and it's messy, and
oh,
I'm getting
right,
older,
right,
not
yeah.
younger. You know.
Yeah, yeah. Well, when I mean I used the fireplace, I would go get a log from 7-Eleven and come back. I never never actually chopped any wood.
Yeah, well, we live in the sticks up here, Jerry. We go to cut down a tree in the woods and chop it all up and bring it back.
Yeah, it's like, hey, Holmes, it's time to go chop some wood. Okay, here, bring
Yeah,
me back a Slurpee, all right?
yeah. Just make sure it's not state land where you're cutting it, and you're okay.
Yeah, yeah. I usually would have like maybe like three logs from the 7-Eleven, and like usually in the cold months, so it would go. I would probably use like about, I think, five in total. Like, because like the coldest days, the coldest days were like the windy days when like the air would just be rushing in, so I would have to close everything anyways. But like those nights when like the night is still cold, you know what I mean? Like that's when I would use those logs because it's like I could open up the beach door. I put in a log, smoke
Yeah,
up,
sitting in the corner for a couple hours.
Yeah, those are the best, man. Those are the best nights, man. Like,
Well, I have oil lamps. I burn some oil lamps, and that helps. They put out a lot of heat.
yeah, Guadalupe, exactly. That's exactly the word of the conversations, and
So
it'd be like, hey, man, it's time to go get a door log. Okay, well, while you're at it, get some rolling papers and
exactly.
Oh, I long for those days. I long for those days. Those are such good days, man.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's nice living on the lake. There's a lot of nature around. It's quiet. We have a
Guadalupe.
residential bald eagle that flies up and down the lake every once in a while, makes a little appearance. It's pretty cool.
Look at Guadalupe. She's so hilarious. That's what she said.
Oh God. Well, that's what we're here for. A good laugh. Enjoy some good conversation.
Yeah, this is nice. I've been enjoying this. I'm glad I got it going this morning. Yeah, then this is the point. Like I said, I wanted to extend Hez's rad show. Of course, I'm never as organized as when I'm about to get started. When I'm about to get started, I usually have a plan. But then like when I get it started, I'm like, screw the plan.
Good plan. Just go with it. Well, a lot of things when you just wing it sometimes end up being the best product.
Yeah, absolutely. I am subscribed to that idea. That's why I never really follow a plan. Although hopefully my co-host doesn't hear me because she's a lot more planned out than I am. But then again, that's why I brought her on because I'm like, I need a grounder. I need somebody to ground me because I've never been the meticulous type of person. Like I'm always like all over the place with the stuff that I do. So
I'm
I've always
surprised
needed
owning a
somebody.
store, Jerry. That takes a lot of organization, and you have to be meticulous when you own a business, right?
Yeah, and that's the thing is that that's the thing that hurts me a lot about the situation that I went through as far as like that story is concerned is that I I put a lot into the research of botany and like learning how to grow and stuff like that because a lot of my mentors who first taught me how to grow and stuff like that were always just saw me as like somebody who could do security and stuff like that. Never thought I would be able to follow in their footsteps. And so I put a lot of effort to figure out like what exactly how to make strains happen and stuff like that. And
let me just say this to you, Jerry. If I can grow orchids, what do you think I could do with weed?
oh, I'm sure. Yeah, yeah, exactly. No, dude, absolutely, and that's what I mean. That's what I mean is that you don't, you know what I mean. Like you don't know until you actually do it. And so like I put a lot into it to figure this stuff out, right? And I never thought I was going to get to that level. But every time, like it's just like with the shows that I'm putting on, it's like I know I have a certain talent for things, but I also know that I'm not the best at everything. So, with that being said, I know that I need certain things to help me out in order to progress in my development. And so,
things only look hard until you try them.
Right, and
everyone's like, "Oh, orchids are hard. Oh, they're so difficult." They're not difficult from any other plant or any other experience until you try and do it. And then once you do it, you look back and you say, that wasn't so hard.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
And that's like, that is life, man. Let me tell you, like anything, you're going to look back in life and you're going to go, that wasn't so hard. I managed it. But it's not until you try and face it head on and really put your honest effort into it that you realize, that's not so hard. I could do that. But you got to try, and you learn from your mistakes and experiences.
Well, Guadalupe, if you can't keep a cactus alive, then try something else first. Like try to keep a rock alive for a little bit, and then go from there.
Um, I mean, I know people who are really bad with plants, but it's just more of a not understanding plants, you know?
Yeah, it's really just that once you realize that that is a living thing that you're dealing with,
Exactly.
you'll figure out that you know what, some things are going to be simple about it, some things are going to be a little bit more hard, but it's all about just understanding what you want out of the plant itself. Like what is it that you're trying to get out of the plant.
Graham, it was funny. I'm not sure if Florida they struggle with basic things like walking and breathing.
No, I like I said, I put a lot into that, and so when it came to actually like running the shop and stuff like that, I realized I needed help, and so I got people who I thought I could trust to help me do those things, and so at a certain extent they did, and at a certain extent we created a system that worked for everybody, and we got there, we were at a good place, but you know um where you think you're satisfied with your situation and you're ready to say, I'm not. I was ready to basically say, you know what, I don't need to worry about bills and stuff like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I was getting to the point where I was going to say, like, it's time to detach in the sense that I don't need to be so.
Oh, you want to be hands on?
Yeah, I was starting to get to the point where I was going to like start letting go of being so on top of things, and so I was
That was your mistake right there. I could tell you right now.
probably, yeah.
You gotta, if you want to run a business, you gotta have your hands in every, like fingers. You gotta have your fingers in every aspect of it. You can have
Yeah.
people help you, but you gotta have the final overlook.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it's where it was my feeling that I thought I had people that I could trust, that I ended up
I, you
being
know,
so lax towards the end.
I don't always say that it's a lack of trust with people, but I like to give everyone the benefit of the doubt, but maybe it's a lack of experience on their part, and you give them more than they, you give them a little bit more than they deserve. And
Hey, no, absolutely. No,
you know,
that's the
I don't
thing
like
is
to
that
say
like
anything bad on people. Like people,
no, I'm with you 100%. I hear what you're saying because
like a
um
little kid, you don't give him a brand new car when he turns 16. You give him the junk car just in
yeah.
case.
Right, right. No, and absolutely, I am with you 100%. But that's what I mean is that, like, okay, the person who decided to go weird on me all of a sudden was somebody that I had around me for like about 15 years, and so it wasn't like somebody who was like, okay, I hired you like 4 years ago, and we've been here for 4 years, and so like I trust you. And I'm talking about somebody who I know, family. I've treated them like family. I know their kids. Their kids call me uncle and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
But
Like,
even like your own kid, Jerry, you don't buy him a brand new car when he turns 16.
true, true. No, I hear you. I'm not even going. I hear you. I'm just saying, like, I'm just saying in the grand scheme of like saying like, okay, and, I feel like I got myself somebody here, it's like 15 years, going through so much. You would think that type of person, even if they did screw up, it wouldn't be in the capacity of like, detrimental to your whole, lifestyle, and like, you know what I'm saying?
You don't
Like,
realize how bad they're going to screw you.
yeah, you don't, and I never thought that somebody like that would stab me in the back as bad as they did. Like, it's like, oh God, and I'm still reeling from that. Like, I still
That
have
hurts, yeah. And
yeah,
you're like PTSD over it, I'm sure.
hard, very much so. It's one of the reasons why, like, I sometimes get, I would say, I would get
Paranoid?
into, not paranoid, but like I'm more open of when things are I feel are uncomfortable, or like I feel like I need to address them, because I always think that was the main problem with that person, is that I never addressed anything that they were upset about, or I never took into consideration something that they were thinking, and so I wasn't thinking, the correct way. I thought that they were happy, and then they ended up doing what they did because of something that I didn't do, or some deficiency on my side, which I shouldn't. Of course, that nobody should have an excuse for you know doing something like that to somebody. It's like it's not fair. It's not right. But I still make excuses for them in that sense. So it's like I always feel like if somebody is not telling me something, or if I feel like people are talking about me behind my back, it's because of something that I did. So that's one of the main things that's like that eats at me.
Well, I've seen hundreds of businesses in my career open and close, and I've been involved in some businesses. And usually, when there's more than one person in charge, it gets a little crazy because the communication isn't always as clear as you would think it is. It should be.
No, yeah, and the thing is that you could be the owner of everything, right? And you could say, like, this is my place, and I'm the owner and stuff like that. But like you said, you have to, you know, you just have to deal with people. Like, no matter what, even when you're a business owner of your own business, you still have to respond to somebody. Like, there's still somebody that if it's
You
not your
always have to
customers,
answer to someone.
you always have to answer to someone. Yeah. So if it's not your customers, it's going to be somebody, like somebody in the city, a firefighter doesn't like the code regulations on your building, whatever. You know what I mean? There's always something to answer to. So, like, I've always been about, like, having good people around me and like a good team and stuff like that. I've always been a team player. Like, I never like really taking credit for anything that's on my own and stuff like that. I'd rather just like be with people, and it's always been my way. So
You can definitely take credit for this channel.
maybe someday I will.
You can definitely take credit for that. I'll give you. You got my vote, man.
Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate it, man. And I want to do so much more with it, man. I'm hoping that I can, like, I can evolve more here once I start, getting more technology and stuff. And because I'm really into a lot of stuff that a lot of people create here, but I also don't want to be the guy who's like, consistently, being behind people, like, hey, let's do this and let's do that. I want to have the creative control, as to say, like, well, it's time to do this.
It's time when you make that decision and the commitment to do it.
Right.
And then understand when you walk forward, that first step, there's no walking back. And,
All right. No, yeah, absolutely.
And that
Absolutely.
sometimes is a hard first step.
Yeah, the first step is the hardest step, right? And it's the first step. What's the saying? The journey of 1,000 steps, the journey of 1,000 miles. It starts with one step, right?
I just did a video on this on my channel.
Cool. All right. Well, I'll check it out.
Similar to that, with the step, I go climb stairs every day for exercise. Because now I'm retired. You need to get more exercise. So
yeah,
I've
me
gone
too.
A park down the street with me. There's about, I don't know, it's about 50 steps to climb. It goes from one baseball field to another. So I did a little, commentary on climbing the steps of life, and it begins with one step. And I did a little video on it.
It's true.
I'm gonna let it speak for itself. It's when you get to the top of the stairs and look back, you realize it wasn't so hard.
Hey, I am with you. I absolutely agree with that philosophy. That's why, like I said, when I woke up this morning, I was like, I gotta start. I keep saying that I want to do the head show for the weekends, but I haven't done it, and it's like, I gotta do it. So this is how I get shit done.
It's like doing your taxes. You gotta do it.
You just gotta do it. You just do them. Yeah.
And the date is coming. I gotta do mine too. And I gotta sit down and spike the coffee and do the taxes.
Oh yeah, man. Oh, dude, no, man. I had this month was a rough month for me because my you see, right now how I work in contracts. I have a contract for a grow, and so
Mhm.
like it's like okay, they're gonna give me so much money to have so much, so much weight made for them, right?
Yeah.
And so we space it out for the year and stuff like that, so I can have like a group of guys and they can get paid and everybody gets paid and everybody's happy, right?
Mhm.
But I knew that this one coming up in March was going to be a tough one because the last batch that we had a couple of accidents, and I know how these lawyers are when you're back on production and they didn't get exactly what they wanted, but it wasn't really your fault. You know what I mean? And so I knew the negotiations were going to be tough, and I've been dealing with the negotiations plus being sick, and so finally we came to a resolution, and well, we finally signed the contracts and everything, so we're good to go for the rest of the month. But man, was it? I was like, oh my gosh, this was getting it was getting like 0 hour. You know what I mean? Like it was getting like last minute. Like, oh man, if I can't get this going, I'm gonna go like a week without pay or something. I'm gonna have to like do shows like every day or
Well,
something.
I was in the same boat for a little while, Jerry. I retired in September 1st, and the government just now finally paid me. I was on half pay for the last 7 months, and I could just barely get by. I was like just making bills, and after 35 years, that's not the way to live. And
Yeah,
finally, they just sent me a check for all the back pay, which was like almost $10,000, and
that's
now it's like,
awesome.
oh, I can like eat again. It's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
no, dude, it's I'm not well. I'm not exactly like like out of the water yet because I
Oh
still
no, I
I
had $4,000 on my credit cards. The credit cards were starting to get used. I was borrowing money from
exactly
my
that's it.
mother.
That's exactly what I was going to get at. People who are like who go through their whole life being responsible and stuff like that. I noticed that when you go through your whole life being a responsible person and you always take care of yourself and stuff like that. When situations happen, you have more than enough support of people who are like, yeah, man, like I got you, like I'll help you out while you're down or whatever, because they know that you're going to get them back, or they know that like when they were down, you will help them out or whatever. So there's always somebody there to help you out as far as like like your support system is
Yes.
concerned. And so that's cool. But once you get back on your feet, you're like, okay, like I know that a lot of people help me get to the point where I'm gonna be okay now. So I got to give back, or I got to do my thing, or whatever I got to do to get back at a good balance. Because I never feel balanced until everybody gets paid back for
Yeah.
like what I mean.
I was the same way. I had dental work done, and usually, dentists like to get paid when service rendered. But it was like $5,000. I'm like, doc, and I knew the dentist. Thank God, he was really good with me. He's like, no, make payments, man. You're cool. I got you. I'm not worried. I'll get my money eventually. And it was just, and he worked with me, and I was like you, I was like, oh shit, I owe this dentist money, and then my credit card started going up because I was paying him with the credit card, and I had to have implants done and teeth pulled. It was like, thousands of dollars worth, and it was something that couldn't be put off. So,
Yeah,
I was getting like you, I was getting crazy. My bills are starting to get behind, making minimum payments, which I don't normally do. And I was getting like you, I was getting crazy, because people weren't getting paid like I like to pay them.
yeah. No, I could take being in debt on my own, and like anything that happens to me on my own, I can always take that because I I, I have to figure it out, right? But the minute other people are involved is when that's when I have no comfort in my debts. Like, and nobody should be comfortable with that. Don't get me wrong. That's not what I mean. I just mean that when I'm in the hole by myself, I'll be more patient with it than when I'm in the hole with somebody else. Because when somebody else is in the hole with me, it's like I can't have this person suffering. Like
Yeah,
I can make myself suffer all day, like, but somebody else I can't, and
yeah,
that's one of
I
the main
get that
reasons why I
too.
can't stand frauditors and people who don't take care of their kids. It's like how can I can't do that to my cat.
Well, that's what I kept saying, waiting for all this money. Thank God I'm only one person. If I had to support other people, forget about it. I would have been really in the hole. It's
Yep.
a blessing I'm single. You know?
Yeah. You know what's funny is that the supporters that have supported me here and that gave me some, put some stuff in my PayPal or my Cash App or whatever. It's funny because most of that went to my cat.
Well, you laugh, but now I was like joking with the cat. My cat's diabetic. He has special food that comes FedEx,
Oh.
and it was like, I was telling the cat, you're gonna have to start catching mice to pay for your cat food. It's not cheap. It's $50 every 2 weeks.
Yeah, dude, I can imagine. Well, I have not had a diabetic cat yet. I could imagine it someday I will because I can't go without having cats, and this is the most I've been without having more than 2 cats. I only have my Gordo, but usually I have 2 because it's like I can't. I have that guilt feeling whenever I leave a cat by themselves.
Yeah, well, I had 2, and 1 passed, and I have his brother still, but they were 2 20-pound cats. They were big boys. And they both got diabetes, so they both went on a special diet. But I mean, buying special cat food for 2 cats is not cheap either. I'm kind of glad it's only 1.
Did my camera come on or not?
Yeah, I can see your forehead.
Okay. I'm trying to.
That's why I was scared to put mine on because my hair's not done either.
I'm trying to show my cat, but I can't.
For this, right?
Hang on, could you give me 1 second? Give me 1 second.
I'm gonna go fill my coffee cup. I'll be right back to you.
Okay.
Fair enough. And Guadalupe, I'm here. Don't think I left you, honey. I'm just filling up the coffee. Putting some sugars in there. Oh, it looks like the sun's finally coming out. Melt some of this ice. Oh my God, we had so much ice last night. I was scared the power lines were going to come down. That's like a worst nightmare. If the power lines come down, forget it. We'll be out of power for a week.
Okay, I'm back in. I think my whole thing was freezing up there because I could not see anything new. I was behind. No music. Can you guys see my kitty? Can you see my Gordo?
Wait, let me look. I see something. What is that? You change your picture? I see. Oh, your cat. I see your cat. Oh, how cute.
That's my big boy.
Yeah, he's a big. I was just gonna say, man, he's not starving.
He definitely isn't. I will not let him. I will not let this kid starve. No.
Yeah,
right,
my cat was like that, but now he's 15 years old. He's skin and bones now. He used to look like that, but because of the diabetes, he lost a lot of weight.
Oh, poor guy.
But
this fat boy. Guess how old he is. Guess how old this fat boy is right here.
12.
No.
How old? Tell me.
He's 16.
16? Oh, he's 1 year older than my guy.
Yeah.
Well, he hasn't caught it yet, so you're lucky. Usually that's around, as they get older, that's when the diabetes kicks in. But I mean,
he's lived a pampered life. He's lived a very pampered life. Guadalupe, he is regal. He is very regal.
I mean, yeah, my 2 boys, my cats were Will and Grace. And
that's cute.
And Grace passed, and now we just have Will. And he's like my shadow. And forget about it.
Yeah, this guy.
Pig shit since Daddy retired, because now he can be up my butt all day long.
Yeah. He's this kid is I tell everybody it's gonna break my heart when he's gone because I know I'm I'm not delusional. Like, I've had cats before that have made it to this age, and I know that it only takes like a year or two, and then it's over.
Yeah,
And so
I got it. But you know what, Jerry? I have cats outside I feed too, and in a sense, I'll be relieved because then I can travel.
true. Yeah,
You
no,
know?
it's
People
yeah.
don't understand when you own a cat, you really can't travel.
No, that's why I told you. I usually have two because if I only have one like I have right now, I kind of lose my mind when I leave him. Like I'm thinking like, oh no, the poor,
I mean,
he's thinking of me or something.
my guy's 15 years old. He's senile. He forgets like what he's doing. He forgets where he's going. Using that litter box is a 70-30 shot there, if you know what I'm saying. And eating, he'll like eat and then forget he eats. And I'm like, no, at $1.50 a can, we're not going to forget.
Well, yeah, this little pampered fellow over here, he needs his multiple stations, or else he doesn't eat. I need
Oh,
to
hell
have
no.
yeah.
When he gets finicky, I put it in a plastic bag and he gets it back again. No, no, no. No. It's not cheap. $1.50 a can. I'm not giving it to the outdoor cats. He's eating it all by himself.
My Gordo, I have to put one plate of dry food down somewhere. I need to put another plate of dry food up somewhere, and then his can, like you said, the can cannot go unnoticed. So I have to make sure that he's ready for it, and then when he's ready for it, I open it for him so he can munch it up because
I
I am
mean,
not leaving any canned food open anywhere.
no, yeah, I try not to. I put it back in a plastic bag. I don't let it dry out in the bowl. But I mean, I'll heat it for him in the winter. When it
Oh yeah,
gets cold in his
sometimes
house,
I heat it for him. My
yeah.
my my Gordo doesn't like heated food though. Like I think he sees it as human food whenever it's hot. Because
Well,
if I have hot food, even though it's food that he likes, like chicken or whatever, if it's hot, he won't mess with it until it's cold. Like
well,
like like
the
cold
outdoor
like
cats, it freezes here. It gets
yeah.
So like sometimes I'll bring it, I'll put it in a plastic bag, and then I'll put the plastic bag in the microwave because freaking cat food stinks in the microwave. And
Yes.
you don't want to put anything in there after it's been in there.
Yes.
So I put it in a plastic bag, and then when it puffs up, I take it out and I run outside with it. I don't even want to open it in the house; it stinks. I run outside and I open it and let the cats smell it out there. And it's like, ugh, heated cat food is the nastiest smelling. Oh God!
Yeah. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
yak when you smell it. Oh my God!
Oh no, you want to smell like some of the worst stuff that you could heat. You ever get try to heat up those fancy feasts, the little cans, those little cans.
Well, that's what my cat eats is the little tiny cans, and it's fish paste.
Oh, oh, it's
You know,
pepper too. You got a pepper
yeah.
kitty with the fancy feast.
No, he doesn't get fancy feast. He gets Purina One grain free. Grain free because he's diabetic.
Oh no, my Gordo gets I get him fancy feast salmon delight. He loves that one, and he loves the chicken and gravy for the fancy feast. And then everything else has to be shreds. Everything else has to be shreds.
Oh no, man.
He will not do pate. He's like, get this pat crap out of here.
You know what? If he was in my house, I hate to tell you. This isn't like I tell him now. This isn't a restaurant. Go across the street. You want a smorgasbord. This is what we're serving tonight. If you don't want to eat it, don't eat. I don't care.
No, and you know what? When we were doing bad, he had no choice, right? And so he would do this double take on me because I remember one time, all I had was Friskies, right? A bunch of Friskies cans that a friend of mine had given me, and so at first I had a couple of his favorites, the shreds or whatever. So he was loving it, and then when I got to the point where I got to the pates, I flopped them on a plate for him, and I started cutting them up. And he was just looking at me like, "You're being serious right now, right? Like this is what you're giving me. Like you don't have like a can in the back or like you're not playing games with me right now. Like this is for real.
Son, let me tell you, if Daddy's eating peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, this is what you're getting.
Yeah, exactly. And I told him, at least you're getting meat, damn it.
Yeah, exactly. It's funny how like every time I eat, they have to eat. You ever notice that? Every time
Yes.
you're eating, oh no, wait, I gotta feed the cat first. That way I can
Yes.
eat peace and quiet.
Yes, exactly. Like if I come in with like a bag of food, it's like no, this is not for you. And he's just like looking at drop the bag, drop the bag.
Yeah, like, what are you eating that I can have some of? I turn to him, I'm like, you don't eat this. Trust me, you don't eat this.
Oh yeah, when he was a kid, when he was a baby, he used to upset me all the time because he'll do that thing where he looks like he's interested in the food. So I'm like, oh, you want some of this? And I'll I'll cut up a piece of chicken or whatever, and I'll put it down for him, and he'll just look at it like, no, I wasn't really interested. I just,
Well, yours stopped when he was a baby. Mine never stopped. He thinks he can eat everything that I eat. Oh, what you got? Is it time for me to eat again? Oh, because he forgets. I think he's senile. I really do.
Maybe mine's a senile too. I'm not sure. I just know that if he doesn't have his 2 stations of dry food, he will meow to the heavens. He'll be like, meow, meow, meow.
I know he forgets he eats because some days he'll eat like 3 cans, and then other days he'll eat 8 cans, and it's like, you're not active or anything. What the hell, man? Where do you stuff it? Sometimes he would eat more than me. I add up the ounces. He's eating more than I am.
No, where I get surprised is when I go to his litter box. I'm like, where the hell did all this come from?
Well, I always swore I had 1 cat and I was scooping for 3.
Yeah. Yes. Oh my God. Cat problems. Cat people problems.
Well, I have 2 that live outside. They're feral, and they live outside. And I used to think, are they getting in here during the day somehow? I'm shitting in the box. How can they get in the house?
Oh, okay. You want me to tell you more about this little royal kitty in here that I got right here? Okay. How about this guy? He cries to the heavens that he wants to go outside. Okay, so I let him go outside.
Oh,
he goes outside.
Let the cat out. Let the cat in. Let the cat out. Let the cat in.
Oh, that's not even the most frustrating part, because here's the real frustrating part. We're outside. I'm outside with him because he won't go further than the yard without me being out here, right? So he's out here and I'm out here, and I'm letting him play around or whatever, getting his exercise. I'm like, good, fine, whatever. Do what you got to do. 2 hours of being out here with him. We go back inside, and then he uses the litter box, and I'm all like, dude, what the hell are we doing out? I'm like, what are we doing outside for like the past 2 hours? Like,
well, see, my indoor guy, I have 1 indoor guy, and he doesn't go outside. I don't mix the 2, like the 2 outdoors. I don't mix them because they don't have their shots, so I don't know what the hell they have. They're feral.
Yeah, that's smart. That's smart. No, yeah, I did have I had one that I called a tigress. She was the feral cat that was loyal to me. She was like awesome. Like she was this tiny little cat, but she was much older than what she looked, because she was just tiny. But whenever she would come around and she would bring another like cat friend or whatever, I used to love it because she would for some reason like ingratiate herself with the other cats in the neighborhood or whatever. So I never got too many crazy feral cats as long as she was here. And like Gordo and his brother were happy to see her because she wasn't like crazy or nothing. But yeah, she like kind of like protected my house from having like feral cats. And then once she was gone, it was like Gordo was getting into fights. Like I couldn't have him outside.
Yeah, I had a cat that would fight with the outdoor cats. He was like an indoor outdoor, and then after that, I said no more indoor outdoor. I had done enough with the vet bills, with the fighting of the creatures. He had like a cut on his tail that ended up costing me like $1,500, and then they ended up removing part of his tail anyway. So he had like a little stubby, And I was like, for $1,500, I could have done it with a meat cleaver and a cigarette lighter.
Right. No, and Graham, that's exactly what I mean. It's like I don't get it. Maybe it's a shame thing, because I also noticed that he doesn't like to go if I'm looking at him. Like there's been times when I catch him just about to sit down, and if I look at him, he looks at me like, are you gonna just gonna sit there and watch me?
House, we cross paths because the litter box is in the bathroom. I find it the easiest place to keep it all contained. And sometimes me or him are both sitting down at the same time, so tough luck on him.
No, well, because I right now, my current situation, I actually have him separate from my house, because they're not comfortable with him being in there. Not because it's my brother and his girlfriend, but she's allergic to cats, so I have to have him in a separate shack. So I literally he has his own house, basically. Like, for him, it's a house.
That's a pretty good life for a cat.
Yeah. I mean, for me, it's not I don't really like hanging out right here, but really it's starting to become more of like a good place to hang out, especially when I have my live streams and stuff. So I can hang out with him, and I could be in here and stuff like that, and I'm not over there making noise for my brother and his girlfriend.
Oh yeah, and it gives you a little privacy too.
Yeah, I actually put in a mattress in here for the nights that are not too cold to hang out with him, because I like I said, I get this guilt that he slept on the foot of my bed for like years. It feels weird not to have him there, so I technically sleep in here.
You're in LA, it never freezes there anyway, right?
Yeah, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. I mean, it gets cold, but it's not that bad.
You just had what? They called it a snowstorm for California?
Yeah. I mean, it was. We had some hail. We had some rain.
Hell yeah, like what we had here last night. That was about it. We had ice and hail. I heard it on the windows last night at like 2 o'clock in the morning. It woke me up. And I was like, oh, shit, what's that? And then I'm like, oh, it's hail. Ting, 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 all over the windows. And I was like, oh, yeah, no one's going to sleep tonight.
All right, Guadalupe, well, you have yourself a nice, Saturday and a nice weekend. Hopefully, we'll see you around at Hez's show for today, I believe it's show.
Call it a wrap.
At what time is this show?
Hez's is at 5. It's in 3 hours.
Oh, are we there?
4 hours? 4 hours? Sorry.
Oh, yeah, right. East Coast, West Coast, East Coast, West Coast.
Yeah, it's 1 o'clock here.
Yeah, it's barely 10 a.m. over here.
I think some of this crap melted. Maybe I can actually even go climb stairs. Yeah, I think Hez's show is 5 or 5:30.
All right. Well, I think I'll call it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna call it now. I mean, it's already 2:40. We've gone. Yeah. Wow. Jeez, yeah. I didn't know I did a whole 2 hours. I thought I was like barely like in an hour and a half.
Time flies. My first board, my first panel.
That's cool, Jimbo. I'm glad I was your first panel, bro.
I loved it. Thank you very much. I'm honored.
You are invited anytime. I'm like I said, tomorrow I'm going to be having. I'm going to do some of the morning show tomorrow as well. Like I said, I was going to bring Hez's show to the weekend, so this is the start of it.
I'm honored to be part of that. Thank you very much.
So thanks, guys. Thank you for coming along. We'll talk more about the raffle situations. Mines are going to be very unique to my situation. So we'll talk more about that later. All right.
Okay,
all right, guys.
It's been great.
I hope to see you guys around. Thank you. Bye-bye, everybody.